much too early on that one. So, last session we left off with all of you on your way out of the Hollow Valley after discovering a group of goblinoids that had been holding out in an abandoned bandit redoubt high up in the cliffs. After wiping them all out and interrogating the leader of the small warband, a hobgoblin you found out. You found out the reason they'd been hiding there was due to their failed attempts at raiding Druvenholm, a dwarven stronghold to the southeast of Mayland. However, what he also revealed was that a hobgoblin captain named Grimlim has taken over the war effort and is whipping the ogres of the nearby Matinor Canyon into shape, and gathering the goblin tribes of the Drothmore Wilds to his side in what is likely to be a second greater siege on Druvenholm. Time now being of the essence, you hurried towards Lakesvale, stopping for a night's rest along the way, but were ambushed by a number of assassins accompanied by a group of bandits. Who seemed to target Vellum, one of the first two out of the tent to investigate. Vellum was very nearly killed had it not been for Liska, and after slaughtering them, one escaped, hotly pursued by Grunker. However, the assassin used a way ring to vanish. After some investigation, it was revealed that these assassins possessed the mark of the Handyman and some strange red metal daggers. You also discovered some stragglers by the name of Steve and Paul, the very two same bandits Vellum left go during the encounter with the Handyman bandits on the Ghostway up to Cliffspire. It was revealed the marks on their necks were in fact some sort of infernal curse imparted upon them, and that the handyman may have in fact made a pact with the Seven Hells to gain this power. The assassins were also pale, brainwashed, infernal magic, and had their mouths sewn shut. Apparently the handyman likes them that way to keep them more obedient. However, it seems that after seeing Vellum, the two bandits, Steve and Phil, didn't want to get involved with the assassination attempt and feared for what the handyman would do to them if he found out. There were attempts made to remove the marks, one of which failed in a fairly nasty immolation, killing Phil in the process. The second attempt was a successful remove curse by Arngrim, who promptly arrested Steve for being involved with this handyman. Over the night and during the next day, as you made the rest of the way to Lakesvale, Steve made no effort to escape and seemed to accept his fate and coming punishment. Clearly some sort of guilt plagues his consciousness. His conscience, rather. You entered into Lakesvale, a city, or rather town, culturally divided. Yeah. You can see that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, a city culturally divided over the centuries by battles and squabbles. It's a small fishing town governed by these two feuding families who fought for control over fishing rights. Eventually, the hatreds of the two families have simmered since long, bloody centuries past, but the historic feud stretching back centuries has affected even the town's architecture, where one might see houses of one neighbourhood built with red tiles and bricks or the roofs of houses salvaged from the overturned hulls of ships. Another neighbourhood might be made of tall manors of blue tiles and church-like arches and stained glass windows, depicting historic battles between both families. Either style of building influenced simply by the hatred of the other style. While most outside of Lakesvale see the historic rivalry of the Streamweedle and Helmsworth families as silly and pointless, to the residents of Lakesvale, it's a distinct part of their history to be celebrated. Today, their rivalries are openly displayed as a form of tradition in annual town fishing competitions, festivals, boat races through the town's famously tight canals. Despite this, some of the older generations of the Streamweedle and Helmsworth families still hold this very special hatred in their hearts for their counterparts, and will even refuse to do business with them. Here you now see the centre of the town. It's a hub of trade where there are exotic markets selling lobsters, crabs, fresh cod, salmon, shrimp, strange exotic red bass from the whip of fire. This is where much of the architecture clashes and mixes. So, where we left off last time, because it's been 2 weeks, I had to do a bit more detailed recap. To the eastern half of town, flanked by buildings of red brick and a mishmash of ship parts reconfigured into homes and shops, is a large, squat town hall type structure, with the roof like an upturned longboat. To the west of the town is a second town hall that almost looks like a tall, dark chapel, flanked by equally tall, thin buildings of dark navy blue and stone masonry. So, seemingly 2 different town halls on each side of town here. To the west is in the centre of the square is a marble statue representing 2 warring armies. It's cracked in places and looks like it's been repaired many times. A stone placard in front of it reads, "Commemorating the Great Cod Wars of 1640, and that's been scrubbed out and it's been replaced above with 1650, 1651, above that 1652, 1780, 1810, and it just keeps going. You also see a fairly lively tavern off to the northern side of the square called the Bilge and Bass. You can hear the sounds of foul-mouthed fishermen and raucous, drunken, off-key singing from within. So, Hammer Strike, what would you like to do?
Decided to try and get words out, but burping getting in the way. Well,
This is
you know,
like the
place to save and
fucking.
stuff.
This is like fucking Call of Duty all over again. Each year, same shit. People just still do it.
Odd.
Ironically
Hold
enough, COD.
My memory's terrible. Did we say how long we were gonna stay? Like, did we plan that?
No, we're like, we were gonna go in, drop off Steve, and then be like, hey guys, BT dubs, you need to send an army to help out Doom Hollow, or whatever the Doom's home.
All these dwarven places, sound the same.
Yeah,
It's
all
yeah,
Doom
'cause
all the
I
time.
remember Arnold saying he was gonna rally the boys and get the boys together. Go do some grudging.
Boys.
Oh,
So yeah, so Liska's gonna, like, with that in mind, Liska's gonna look around and just be like, which one do we go to?
whatever's closest, I guess.
You can see, actually,
Like, we're in the center of the town, they're equidistant.
yeah. You can see a number of Lexvale guards in front of one town hall. Couple look to be dressed in this sort of ornate blue and kind of silver plating. Another couple off to the side seem to have these sort of reddish tabards on with what looks like the heraldry of some sort of salmon.
That's majestic heraldry, honestly.
So it seems as though, you know, 2 different types of town's guards here, both in front of this one town hall. The one that looks like an upturned longboat.
Quick question before, sorry to interrupt. What time of day is it? Like, when did we arrive?
It's gathering towards afternoon now, maybe about 4:30ish.
Continuing.
She's just going to be like, guards there, we should go.
Right. Let's
It's
drop
kind
this
of
lad
annoying
off
that they don't
and,
have a centralized government, but, you know, fine, fuck it.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but whatever. We're not here that long.
All right, so you make your way over to the town hall that looks like an upturned kind of sort of reddish maroon auburn-coloured longboat. Immediately, two pairs of guards kind of cross their pole arms in front of this large ornate mahogany wooden door. What's your business?
This is going to look to Arngrim since he's the one that's kind of in charge in this regard.
Okay. Arngrim's gonna step up. A representative from not Dunhalla.
All doing all the
A
time.
Mountain Guard representative from Dunhalla. Kind of gestures to his plate.
Mountain Guard, right? Okay. You can see immediately they're both kind of they sort of readjust their posture to be less sort of standoffish, and more as if trying to impress a higher up, if you will. They both kind of uncross their pole arms. One of the clearly what looks to be some sort of Helmsworth town's guard, the one with the crest of the salmon on his red tabard. He opens up the front door, and you enter into a small small waiting room. And he closes the door behind him.
I have a question, Johnny.
Yes.
You said that we saw two groups / types of guards in front.
Mm-hmm.
Were they interacting with each other? Like, you said they crossed their pole arms? Was it like one red guard and one other guard? So they were different aesthetic, but they were doing the same.
Yeah.
They were both guarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems both sides were guarding this place.
Okay, so they're not separate but equal. Yeah. Okay.
Still gonna try and fuck each other over, I bet.
Like,
All right. Sorry. Continue, Jenner. I just wanted to know if they were
Yeah.
working together or not.
Okay, so you enter, looks like some sort of small waiting room. You can see, or rather, you can hear what looks like squabbling going on in the room. In the room beyond, you gather this is a waiting room, sort of intermediary before the meeting room on the other side. You can see on the side of this waiting rooms are a number of what can only be described as small trophies, but they look like fairly mundane-looking objects. You can see a tattered top hat kind of set upon this presentory plinth to one side. You can see what looks like a large horn kind of hung from the ceiling overhead. You can see a number of paintings depicting battles between two different sides clad in red and one side in blue.
This place's culture is weird.
I don't know. I can kind of get it.
I mean, that's fine. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's collecting of knickknacks.
As as one of the guards kind of ventures past, kind of
Hello.
yeah, knocks on the door beyond, presumably into the meeting room. The arguing doesn't seem to stop. Knocks again. Again, no response. Just bickering from the other side.
Liska knocks.
Immediately, the arguing stops for a moment, and
Thank you.
this door opens. Another guard on the other side sees you in. You enter a room. You see a very ornately decorated meeting room. Paintings on either side there, again sort of depicting in very classical styles battles and conflicts past. The red standard of a salmon and the blue standard of a cod is always depicted in each of them. You can see various trophies of battle hung from the ceilings and mounted on the walls like you saw in the meeting room. A spear with its head shaped like a fish, an old gilded top hat, a second one seemingly, small scale models of a Vascan longboat, an old rusted crown, a trophy with a long decayed fish skeleton inside of it, a shark's head, and these strange knickknacks of some obscure moment of conflict in history where one family has managed to declare some sort of quote win over another, no matter how small or petulant.
I fucking love this.
Absolute fucking petty.
It's Klaus.
At the centre of the room, you can see a long table oriented kind of lengthways across the room. Upon one side, flanked by guards dressed in red tabards, horned helmets and furs, is a very short, stocky, sort of rotund, middle to late-aged human man, with large brown mutton chop sideburns and a dress coat and vest, and is currently red in the face. At the other end of the table, flanked by guards dressed in blue tabards and gothic half-plate, is a tall, elderly human woman. She's slightly hunched. Her facial features are long, weathered, and thin and sort of severe. Long nose and chin, and she wears a very conservative frilled black dress with a large black ribboned bonnet. It seems as though you only briefly halted the argument before it's just started up again. The stocky man is. I'll have you know that I contributed a half dozen of my men to fight them off. My men have been harder at work reconstructing your side of the town than yours have on mine. And then the older woman goes, Listen, I'll have you know that my carpenters are the best and most hardworking in this town, and I guarantee you that the homes of the Helmsworth families will end up far more glorious than before. Besides, it was my men that felled the first pack of goblins. I wouldn't expect your people to be eager enough to put in that same kind of effort. You dare take me for a fool, Streamweedle? That were only a month ago. I clearly remember that it were we who dealt the first wave that killing blow. Just like it were we who won the Cod Wars in 1910. And please, Eddard, your great-grandfather Vernon Helmsworth was caught on the battlefield with his trousers down, quite literally, I might add. Hey, the salmon was put in there by your people, Tarla, not ours. Well, according to the Great Streamweedle Book of Victories, which is much thicker than the glorious tome of Helmsworth victories, I might add, and completely accurate and nigh infallible, it was a cod. And at this point, the two just begin squabbling and arguing over the accuracies of past battles, which side won them. Points and counterpoints are raised over the shape of the fish's scales, and questioning the other's knowledge on fish species, and how dare you question my knowledge on salmon? The conversation just sort of just declines into raised voices and shouting matches.
So
I
I
don't
was
think
just.
it ever was ascended at a higher point.
Can I just do something? As they're bickering and turning slowly and back into shouting at each other, Sa will just slowly begin to clap. You know the kind
Is
of.
Sal starting a slow clap?
Kind of, just.
Oh yeah, it's slow clap.
until she's getting their attention.
Oh, I know you're tight, Tarla. What do you want? Who are you?
For starters, there's bigger fish in the sea than what you two are bickering about right now. Besides that, and she just sort of steps to the side and then gestures to Arngrim.
Oh, right.
Oops, that was different.
It's at that point who you presume to be Tala Streamweedle, the matriarch of the Streamweedle family, turns to Arngrim and says, welcome, Mountain Guard. What pleasure do we have with your presence in our fine town?
Well, seems a lot less pleasure than each other's company. I haven't seen anyone fight like that over something, unless they were a dwarf.
I suppose
Yes.
part of the culture of Druvenholm being so close might have wheedled its way into our fine history. And it's that point Eddard Helmsworth kind of gives her a side eye.
Good to be stubborn. But we come with some news. I believe you recall, a few weeks ago, the goblin invasions led by the hobgoblin, eh?
Ah, yes, you speak of the raiding parties of goblins that, yes, they assailed this town naught but a month ago. It's an event fresh in the minds of every citizen of Lakesvale here. We fought alongside the Iron Guard of Druvenholm. And it's that point Eddard kind of interrupts and puts the fist on his heart. Says, well, unlike the cowards of Streamweedle, we fought them off. We fought for Mayland that day. It's our Vascan heritage, you see. We be a hardier lot than them. My men took a hell of a beating. Oh, pish, you barbarians were only keeping them busy while my men were actually the ones picking them off. You see, it takes more skill to wield a bow than it does to swing wildly at your enemies. Carthan heritage, you see, as she turns towards you, Arngrim. It imbues oneself with the proper etiquette and patience to attack from afar, not kind of side eyes, Eddard, not slobber in the faces of your foes with an axe.
There's an immediate squint.
You dare insult the great heroes and lineage of Helmsworth family Streamweedle?
Shut up! Both of you. You, and Liska points to Tala, I think her name was?
Tala Streamweedle.
Okay.
I'll,
You. Yes.
I'll stick the
Oh,
names
that's
in
fine.
the chat there.
You. Yes, it is good to attack from a distance, but you need someone, and he points to Helmsworth, to keep them occupied so your people aren't swarmed. And you. Yes, it is actually nice being able to stand on the front lines, but having backup so you aren't swarmed and surrounded is what you need, and he points back to Streamweedle. Now, both of you, shut up. We came here for a reason. Don't talk until we say you can.
Go ahead.
Nope.
And go ahead and make an intimidation check with strength.
I'd love to see like proficiency soldier.
Yeah.
that
19.
works.
Yeah, both silent.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to start barking with military because I don't want to blow out y'all's headsets, but like,
Yeah.
she basically, yeah. So, and once she feels that they're sufficiently cowed, she like motions back to Arngrim.
Alright. So the hobgoblin that you're successfully repelled some time ago was not truly defeated. The issue is he's ventured west to the mountains. And he's gathering a band again.
We've heard of the battle that took place at Druvenholm. The goblin forces were driven back, from what we heard.
Hey, but now it's not just goblins. See, what did it say it was as he turns to Liska with a very,
Ogres.
peaked tone, yeah. Ogres!
Ogres?
That's right.
Eddard kind of barks out in pure astonishment.
So a hobgoblin is leading a warband of lesser goblins, and now ogres. You see, this is a slight problem. Because, well, yes, you have Druvenholm to slow them down. As it is, Druvenholm won't stop them. I don't know how much trade you do with them, but you're about to lose it all. And, I don't know how you feel your fortifications compared to Druvenholm, but unless you can about triple them right fast, you're gonna have a bit of a problem.
Does Druvenholm not have a standing military?
No, they do. The issue with that is, this is a bit of a tricky situation. Ogres trained for war is a bit of a problem. We might be able to pull things off, but I know that they've had conflicts recently, and it's diminished them. So, we're here for a couple of reasons. First, to inform you, we've travelled the roadways and cleared quite a bit. We're here to drop off prisoners that we had found. Well, singular. Sorry, Stephen. And we are here to see about requesting some aid. We need a wee bit of, backup. It's a bit of a difficult thing to do, given it seems you're under reconstruction efforts from your last fight. But I figured you'd be more eager at the prospect of fighting away from home than in its currently rebuilding ruins.
Well, this town is by no means any hub of military might like Druvenholm and, by extension, the rest of the Silver Kingdom. But, my militias are standing by to guard the town, kind of gives a side-eye to Eddard. About 100 very skilled archers in total. It is, my understanding that part of Malin's formation placed the Iron Shield as the main military arm of Malin, supplemented by its city-states. But I suppose...
What do I know about that, Jenner?
Sorry?
And what do I know about that, Jenner?
Generally, sort of agreement between Mayland being mostly under control of the Silver Kingdom, and thus kind of most of the city-states under the under an alliance beneath the Silver Kingdom. Part of that agreement was, you, the Silver Kingdom, use your military might to keep the rest of us, the city-states, safe.
That's not so great.
I mean, it's also, I feel like we can totally conscript their forces. Since you are like a representative of the Mountain Guard. It's like, yeah, we can protect you, but as it stands right now, it'll take too long to call for reinforcements.
Yeah. Okay, so what did she last say? It's under the guise of the Iron Shield to take care of these things?
Yeah, the Iron Shield is the military of the Silver Kingdom.
Okay. Aye. That's right. And we're a bit here as representatives. From heroes of a siege to breakers of invasions, down to, well, slayers of dragons. We are... Liska, you're more tactically sound in this regard than I am. Is it fair to say we're worth a small army?
Yes.
There you go. We're the backup.
So, what do you require of Lakesvale? Mr. I apologize, I never quite got your name.
Yeah, you were bickering quite a lot.
Brackenbrick. Armgrim Brackenbrick.
Mountain Guard Brackenbrick, how may Lakesvale serve the Silver Kingdom in this regard?
Simply put, we need manpower. If you have fighting men that you can spare, it would be best. You don't have to send your very best. Perhaps you can keep the veterans back in tow to defend the guard against any remaining threats. That way, if there's any striking on goblins, they won't think you're easy pickings. I wouldn't ask maybe if you have 100 and you have 100, maybe 25 apiece. That way you still have the majority of your strength, and you're not, shouldn't be worried, but you still have given us a decent chunk of men to go reinforce the other states. Plus, that'll be useful and enough to fight, I believe. More to help out the others and supplement the weakened force, protect their citizens. You're not really there to go on the field and stand toe-to-toe with ogres. More, some young lads wanting to prove themselves that you think could stand behind dwarven fortifications and, well, earn their stripes, to say.
We cannot very well leave Lakesvale out in the open and exposed. We may have to hold back a majority of our militiamen.
I agree.
I can
Would
spare...
you be able to send a quarter?
I can certainly spare 20 men, shall we say.
A fifth.
Fine.
And Mr. Edit goes, well, I have 21 skilled fighters in the Helmsworth militia staying on guard, ready to follow you. Brace the front lines in case any of them nasty goblins come this way. I'll have to hold back a number of other militiamen, but 21 I can spare. And Edward kind of gives Tala a wry grin.
Oh, there's an immediate look from Argrim over to the others as he kind of turns to face them. And he covers his face a little bit with this. It's not too clever, but there's just a smirk. Alright, then he reaches to his belt and he gets a chisel on the back of his shield, which is essentially his notepad. Alright, you got 20, and alright, who am I giving the bigger number? Just writing it down, 21?
Oh, I know your games, Mr. Helmsworth. 22 of my archers.
Okay, 22! Alright, that's the bigger number now.
It is good to know that Streamweedle appreciates the safety of their town more.
23 and a cat.
Fucking. Hang on.
That was clearly
One angry
time.
cat. It's like, you motherfucker! Why aren't you paying attention to me?
Everyone's so concerned about it, whether it's a salmon or a cod, they don't realize it was to appease the ancient undying cat that has been there since 1510.
Yep, it's their own fault.
Okay,
Cat is actually
I'm back.
It's the miniature demigod. Welcome back.
Edit seems to bluster it. 25 of my fighters.
Oh, the big 25. Ting, 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 ting. There. turns it around 22 to 25. Is this what? Do you think that's fair? The 25 is a little bit bigger and has a line underneath it, along with Eddie's name.
Don't you play those games with me, Eddard. 26 archers, she says through gritted teeth.
D6. Ding, ding, ding.
Dreamweedle coming ahead once more.
I see.
We're just gonna eventually get
I
their
believe
entire
that's what they
militia.
call the cream of the cod. As he winks at Edward.
Cream of the cod.
Tell you what, I don't know how well our supply lines. So if you are to meet, let's just
30 fighters! Eddard folds his arms, looks over to Tala, and gives a shit-eating grin.
How much did he say?
30. 30.
30.
30 fighters.
30. Brave. Axemen. Alright. That's the veracity I'm starting to see with the Vascator. We might be in better hands. Elbows at Liska's jokingly. But he's like only reaching perhaps her like
Her knee.
a
Yeah,
fucking knee to shin. He's like elbowing the meat of her calf.
Yeah, let's go. Given kind of what Velm was talking about, let's go and be like, and you know, I do like the camaraderie that your forces have, and you know, a little bit of competition. Why not? And looks to Tala. Why not meet that number, and then you can see 1-to-1 who does better on the battlefield.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage with Arngrim's help. Because
Yeah.
you've both been manipulating them into this.
Arngrim was just in the middle of elbowing as he's leaning down, laughing behind his shield, and he looks up her and he's doing like the thumb across the neck, like, no, stop it, stop it. You know, I don't want to take too many men and leave this place away.
10.
It's 10. No, yeah, they. I know she at least has 100 archers, so.
Tala
Yeah.
kind of looks towards you, Liska, then back towards Eddard. 31 archers. And that's my final offer.
Well, we'll take 30. We don't have to accept the numbers they're throwing out. Like, we can be like, we'll take 30. We got to a good amount, we'll stop there. But yeah, let's just like, that's nice. Well, we can take 30. You know, we want everyone to have a fair shot.
She kind of folds her arms. Suit yourself.
Thou just sort of nods in agreement
A
to these
fair
guys.
shot! They're archers! That's a good one.
Yep. Let's just sagely nods at the pun she made.
Thou nods in agreement to Liska, and then sort of adds on to it 30 archers. That gives us 2 groups of 15, can be easily split. We could go 5 per group if we wanted to spread them out more. Good number. Also
We
works
have
with
10.
infantry.
I would say 10 would be better. You can get a better volley with 10 now. A little bit more dense.
Group.
So what are we agreeing to here? 30 archers and 30 fighters, yes?
I think that's completely reasonable, and that is a respectable sum that I will be sure Dune Hollow hears of. And that's final. And he writes down 2 equal 30s next to their name on the back of his shield. The 30s have underlines and little swirly things around them.
Little
So they're
heart,
equally impressive.
little heart, little kiss marks.
A little mushroom with a smiley face.
Little retweet emoji.
Yeah.
Hashtag scene.
I apologize we couldn't offer more, but with all due respect, as much as a profitable trading partner Druvenholm has been so far, we need to protect this town.
Exactly, yes. You want to keep the walls manned and that great construction going. Yeah, I'd feel bad if I took any more than 30.
So who's very well commanding this troop?
Thou just
Look up
immediately
to Liska.
looks to Liska and Arngrim.
Iliska just kind of raises her hand.
You shall be commanding the archers and the fighters, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Under whose banner?
I would imagine it would be the banner of Mayland.
Very well.
Unless you preferred Ragnarok.
I think Mayland will be fine, she says with gritted teeth.
Yes, we will. We will conscript them all, and we'll all make them wear the same uniform. So
Oh
you
my
can never
God.
know who's who.
Very well, if I'm to note this down for the archives, who might I be making this agreement with?
You know, you can just say, for the legal purposes, right, that they were, would you say commissioned or commandeered? What's the correct term here? Commandeered is a sea vessel. Conscripted.
Conscript.
Let's say, let's use a little bit more polite language, that 30 men were volunteered into the service of Arngrim Brackenbrick, the Mountain Guard, and then delegated to the wise leadership of Liska.
Very well.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder, Liska. It's just I got a wee bit of authority and it looks better in paperwork. I know
that's
you're
fine.
better at leading. Thumbs up and
it's-
smiles.
It's just like, that's fine. I am part of the Mayland Security Council, if that matters any.
Oh, there you go. You could just say Mayland Security Council.
Mm-hmm.
Mayland Security Council.
Man, that Foley. Got those sound effects.
I like it, man. A man can appreciate the hustle.
And how long for?
Until the job is done. I'd probably say until at least the forces of Hobgoblin Grimlim. Was that the name? Grimlim?
Gremlin.
Grim, whatever.
I think it's Grinlin.
Quick, Chiner.
There you go.
Grimlim. Are deemed a threat no more. So probably just for one siege. It takes, what, maybe 3 or 4 days to get to Druvenholm. So at least a week.
Of course, you know, formalities and all.
Of course. I say, take the distance there, add 2 days for bad weather and bad marchers. Double that for, of course, the time back, and give us a week to fight to make sure everything's good in case there's any siege holdouts. Though we should be sallying forth and then using advantage for what fortifications there is, so we should be fine with that long, but it might be longer just because of the situation. That's the hopeful estimate.
Very well. She's gonna hands the contract over towards your group, and it's a basic kind of legalese contract. Nothing untoward in this. It's just paperwork for the archives, as she said.
Mm-hmm.
Just to formalise this transfer of forces.
Nothing like red tape.
You're signing your names, yeah.
As members of the Mainland Defense Council, I believe we do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One by one, you each kind of sign your names, hand it back to her. She rolls it up, hands it towards the guard, and says, "Notify my militiamen that they'll be shipped out soon. I trust that Helmsworth will also keep to their word. Don't think you can show me up like this, Tarla. I will do my part for Mainland." Takes a contract. Also, you sign your names. He hands it over to the guard. "Tell the men to get their arms. We'll head out in the morning." Nod. The Helmsworth guard nods, and both the Streamweedle and Helmsworth guard make their way out. So take the time you need around Lakesvale. Rest up. They'll be ready for you tomorrow.
Works well for me. Tell you what, I don't believe in doing anything on an empty stomach. Let me ask, which tastes better, salmon or cod?
They both immediately kind of look to each other. Well, according to my great-great-grandfather, Ainsley Streamweedle, salmon is always the best. Ainsley Streamweedle were a coward and a fraud. He ran from the battle during the Tuna Wars of 1600. It was 1610, you dim-witted fool. And I seem to recall that it was actually Jorah Helmsworth that fled that battle. And the arguing just starts back up again.
Yeah, Liska's like turns. She's like, yeah, fine, and then she turns and walks away.
Well, as much as I'd love to totally take you on your word for something that happened 400 years ago, I don't know about that. Would you be willing to put your plate where your mouth is?
Immediately, the arguing is silenced. And they both turn to you in curiosity.
The beret gets stood up to a chef hat. How about I make some food for the boys as a send-off?
What do you say, Eddard? Put this to rest once and for all? We'll see about that, Tarla. You're on, Mr. Brackenbrick.
Sao just looks from Arngrim to the two bickering, not a couple, and then just slowly sighs with a smile. You two do know he's a really, really fantastic cook, right?
I knew that when I saw that in him when he arrived. I have an eye for these sort of things, you see.
Do we even need to roll an insight for that horseshit?
You don't need to roll an insight for that.
I'm not there, but I felt like it was worth noting.
It's she's lying for pride.
The best thing to lie for.
And Ed just blusters and goes, hogwash.
So one is prideful, one is stubborn as shit. Cool.
I love this.
Both. Yeah, Liska's outside looking around. Just like, where should we go?
Very strange town.
Just
You don't fucking say.
The moment you say that, Grunker, they both kind of turn to each other and back to you. And they both kind of turn away. Immediately silenced.
I swear this is the plot of a fucking love story.
Likely.
a lot of Christmas movie.
Yeah, too.
So Liska just kind of shrugs, like, I don't know, like, I feel like they like to keep their family lines, quote unquote. She does like the air quotes, like, pure, if you know what I'm saying. Look around for a lot of weird looking people.
With flippers.
Yeah, nothing like inbreeding to help the feud continue on.
I swear, if this turns into a Lovecraft town, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh god, there's just fish people everywhere.
They're in the canals.
Oh no.
There's women in the canal. Yeah, sorry, that just
Yeah.
reminded me of.
The Elder One
Um,
blessed us to be cod.
Nonsense, he made us all salmon.
I'm just picturing like during the pandemic, the canals of Venice were like so clean, dolphins were swimming in them, and that's just what came to mind. Like fish people, they're swimming in the canals. It's like, oh yes, the pollution has disappeared. The fish people have returned.
Lexvale is healing. Anyway, tangent. Right, so what's Arngrim doing? He's trying to provoke them
I
into
just tricked it. Yeah, I
into a cook-off.
provoke them into giving me a bunch of fish so I can have a cook-off. I want to make a
Alright.
nice meal with fresh meat to send off the boys.
Okay then. So, in all their bluster and pride, the moment you propose this, it's like bells go off in their heads, and moments to one up each other, for the last time, and they lead you all out into the supermarket, and immediately both of them start ordering the guards to buy up as many cod, as many salmon as they can. It is a frenzy of activity here in the markets, and eventually, about an hour or so passes before two large wheelbarrows of both fish, both types of fish, cod and salmon, are wheeled up to your group.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Now comes my secret weapon.
Mushrooms.
Lord.
Yes. And no. While they do that, I'm thinking of all the things I'm gonna pray. There's a little light bulb that goes off in his head. Are the streets kind of busy?
Pretty busy here in the markets, yes.
I'm gonna start seeking out every grandma or a little bit more elderly mother figure I can find.
All right.
Gilf, no.
Good Gilf check.
I just go up to each one and, hello, mountain guard. Some militiamen are coming to help me, and I'm trying to cook off a nice meal to send them off. Would you help me? Hello, I'm Arngrim. I'm a mountain guard, and just go on to each one as I'm trying to conscript a small soup kitchen army of grandmas and babushkas.
Okay then, go ahead and make a persuasion check for this whole effort. You can use guidance as well if you like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me-
This is to judge. Yeah. How not whether or not it works, but how many you gather.
20.
All right then. I'll say throughout the rest of the afternoon, coming towards evening now, you do start gathering from all the numerous small family-owned pubs, small towns, small town inns, some of the small grandmas around the around the market, just fishing. Seeking out their groceries for the day. You do gather around a small army of about 30 odd elderly women.
Oh, perfect.
And
they're gonna give their grandson such a nice meal.
yeah, this this mixture of presumably sort of Streamweedle and Helmsworth grandmas. You can definitely tell because of the fashion choices here. Most of those loyal to the Helmsworth family wear some semblance of red in their garments. Those loyal to the Streamweedle family will often wear sort of dark navy blue, or wear the sort of gothic attires. And it's very easy to tell which is which. And eventually you do notice that they start dividing themselves into two groups.
Perfectly fine.
Purely
All right.
just out of the distrust for the other.
That's totally okay. But for right now, we need to get some young guys a good meal. I'm gonna start talking to each and say, I need you to start making some classic recipes, some really well-known things, like the way you do it, right?
Oh, I know just the recipe. My grandson loves it. But basted
It gives-
cod with chips.
Good. I give them the opposite fish. To each one, they go on so much about how this is the right one, but I don't think they even know how to prepare it. Why don't you show them how a real cook can handle this?
You know what? You're right. I'll show up them damn Streamweedles.
And it begins.
You cheeky motherfucker.
You are stirring the pot so fucking hard right now.
Oh yeah.
This is just gonna
But here's the thing.
explode into civil war.
It's either gonna explode into civil war, which it would anyway, or everyone's gonna love Grandma's cooking with the opposite fish, and Grandmas will bond over cooking for their grandkids they're sending off to fucking war. And this could be the thing that unites it.
I mean, it's devious genius, because who's gonna get angry at old lady?
Who's gonna get angry at their grandma?
Yeah.
And they might turn out, oh shit, I like salmon more than my mom's cod. Because they've never tried it.
Oh,
So,
this is gonna
That's
chaos.
what I'm going to be doing, and I'll be doing a little cooking thing to get a nice dinner together.
All right.
Do we want to pan to somebody else since
Sure.
I've had
What
time?
as you're doing this, as the army of grandmas start making their way out to their various homes to start their home cooked meals.
I do entrust Stephen to Liska's care.
Mhm.
So, that end is tied up. I entrust it to her to take him to the jail or to wait a minute while I start gathering people for
Yeah.
choice.
Yep. Okay. Speaking of which, Liska, what are you doing?
She's going to see Arngrim kind of go off and start talking to grandmas and just be like, okay then. And just look down to Steve, like, alright, so I guess we'll take care of you now. And she's going to look to one of the two guards, she doesn't care which, out front of the town hall. Who is the one in command of your forces?
Me. They both kind of
Really?
raise their hands.
They both said it.
Really? So, which one of you needs a new conscript to, like, I don't know, shine some saddles, just do surf work, something that's decent but pays well?
The one in the blue tabard goes, well, I suppose I could use some help around the stables.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that. This is Steve, and she puts a hand on top of Steve's head because he's so fucking small compared to her. He recently had some trouble, and right now he is under arrest by my friend Angrim. You probably just saw him. But we want to give him into your care so he can atone for what sins he has done.
Atonement, eh? Alright, Steve, you're coming with me. Kind of takes the shackles around his hands, leads him off. Don't worry, take good care of him.
Alright. Let him write a letter to his family, or we'll... Okay, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Bye, Steve. And get that hand looked at.
He doesn't respond as he's led off by the stream needle guard.
Okay then. And she's gonna look at the other guys like, so you don't have like a singular force, you are actually divided into two different militias?
Well, kind of bound to work together from the multi-council. I suppose that's how they keep order around here, especially with them stream needle lot.
Yes, your stupid feud is duly noted. You understand that that kind of thing usually results in worse protection, yes? You want a single unified force working together in order to have no naysayers, no counter commands. Because how do you know what's going on if only one is talking to half and
Look,
the other
I don't tell you how to
silent?
do your job, right, miss? Sorry, but I need to do my job.
Yes, and as part of my job on the Malin Security Council, this is my job, telling you how to do your job.
The Mainland Security Council.
Yes, and she pulls out
right,
the fucking like she pulls out the thing that she was given, saying she's on the Malin Security Council.
Yep.
He kind of straightens his back, puffs out his chest. Right, miss. Duly noted.
Make sure that you tell your friend when he returns.
Yes,
Because
miss. Will do.
And she like makes a general like motion to the area with her hand. Pisses me off. If you tried this shit in Ragnarok, none of you would be alive right now. Have a good day. Enjoy the meal. She turns and walks away.
Okay.
Enjoy the meal. What an ominous thing.
It's like
It's poisoned.
it's like an actual good intention thing, but just the tone you give it's like happy birthday. It's just like, oh wait, what? Wait, are you angry? It's like, do you want me to be? What's going on?
All right.
Yeah, and then she walks off to like just look around the marketplace, see if she can find anything that's remotely Ragnarokian
Okay.
in this close port town.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Or investigation check, your choice of either.
Well, I'm proficient in one, so let's go with that. Hey,
20. Out of the corner of your eye, as you're venturing around the market, you pass the window of the Bilgeon Bass. You see a remarkably large figure inside.
Bulging ass.
No,
Yes.
where did that come from?
You see, out of the corner of your eye, a bulging ass. Like, oh.
He's
20 perception.
A
Do I recognize the ass?
rather large horned figure at the table. It's difficult to make out details in the figure.
Huh. Yeah, Liska's gonna hook a right and immediately goes to the door. Just
All
be
right.
like,
Bulging man, bulging ass.
do I recognize this ass? Do I have to make a history check? No.
I know that ass anywhere.
The history of ass.
You see, as you enter this very raucous sounding town, you've got just crowds of salty looking sailors, sort of, you know, sea weathered skin, a number of tankards sloshing about every so often. You shantied sea shanty chants being sung very poorly in the background. And in the midst of joining them, you can see what looks like a very large male mountain folk. Sort of dark, dark tan skin, ebon black hair, sort of that drapes into a mane down the back of his head. These large, forward swooping horns, and he's just, you know, swinging a very well. Actually, it's kind of two tankards hooked in between his two middle and index finger, because they're so small in his grasp. And it just swinging them about as he's just joining in the joy and mirth.
Liska in Demonic is gonna basically yell across the bar and be like, "Brother!"
The male mountain folk immediately hears the strange familiar sound of Demonic being spoken with a rather husky voice, and looks over towards you. Just flings the tankards up in the air as the just ale sloshes everywhere. Flings his arms up and goes, "Sister, hey, come and join us!"
Yeah, Liska's gonna reach down and grab somebody's drink and like just keep walking.
Oh yeah, I was drinking. Oh, okay.
It's like, hey, what brings you? It's like, it's been a while since I've seen one of my kind. What brings you to this place?
Oh, just a routine trading, routine trading shipment from Leviathan's Maw, and I figured, why not? It is Patricia's Vale, so I stay here.
Wait, this Patricia's Vale?
It's Patricia's Vale. Stay here, get good drink, celebrate. Come, join us.
I did not realize it was. Man, I have not been keeping track of the date. Yes, of course I'll have a drink. Next round on me.
The entire local group around this corner of the tavern cheers as another round of ale is brought to the table.
And Liska's gonna get fucking blitzed.
All right.
Oh no.
Who? What? Also, like in the midst of this, be like, "Hey, what's your name?" Like, it's like, "I'm Liska Aluma from Crash Torment. Who are you?"
The name is Draviko Torva. Pleasure to meet you, Liska. Tink. Just enormous clank of tankers together.
All right. Yeah. And wasted.
All right. So
I don't care what your name is, as long as we're from the same place. It doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, basically. She so rarely sees, like, demon kind in general, like, to see another mountain folk's like, fuck yes,
Yeah.
let's do this.
So, as Liska spends the rest of, we'll say...
Until someone finds her.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's gonna drink the bar under the table.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Or drink it dry before.
Either way.
Grunka, Vellum, and Saoyun, what are you three doing?
I don't really know. I'm currently a bit stumped for what to do, especially here in a town that is in the fuck all of nowhere. Sorry to say.
Well, first and foremost, since it's clear with the rallying of the boys and whatnot, probably not leaving until the next day. So Venom's gonna get the group a place to stay, ideally one that can house Liska.
Okay. So anywhere that can house Liska, it's going to be difficult to find somewhere that specifically kind of caters to mountain folk here.
I'll just be happy if she can get through the door properly and find somewhere and have somewhere to sleep.
Asking around, probably the best place to go right now would in fact be the Bilge and Bass Inn, which is where you heard all of that ruckus coming from earlier.
Okay. Well, sorry, I'm out of it. Tag in somebody. I need
Okay.
something. Sorry.
Goika, what you doing?
Grugga's gonna see that Saul looks a bit perplexed about what to do. He's gonna ask you, what do you need? What do you want?
I don't really know. My mind is full of ideas, but I'm lacking, a spark for one of them.
Okay, but is the well, you need stuff. You can start like what do you need? What are you missing? Materials, stuff, metal.
I already have materials.
Ingram's saying he needs brass for your
brass,
thing you
Lord,
wanna make.
brass.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch any of what any of you just said.
You might remember Arngrim's saying he might need some brass for that thing you wanted to make.
Yes.
Don't you also need like gunpowder?
Yeah, sorry, my mind just sort of had to reboot from when last we played because it's been a bit.
Yeah.
Right, I need a decent amount of gunpowder as well as brass and maybe some more lead. We'll have to see first and foremost if they have any of it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this fishing town has a ton of it.
Yeah.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, they extract all the lead from the fish. Okay, let's we can get some gunpowder. I'm sure there's some growing outside. Yeah, what does the plant look like?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you need gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from a plant, right?
Sal looks a bit sort of up and down. She waves her hands in the air like, not really.
Oh,
It's more of an ignitable rock than anything.
oh. Why is the I can't thought it was very, I thought it was just, it's very similar to spark powder, so I thought it was, the same. But I guess not.
That depends. Gunpowder is a relatively new thing, but it can be made in a variety of ways. Some better than others, but
So you have to make it.
yes.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was like I thought it was so it seemed to be the same as like spark powder, so I thought it was also from the plant. But okay. Well, that it makes it a little harder.
I do know that if they have ships here, they likely have cannons of some variety. So cannons equal gunpowder and cannonballs. So
Yeah.
as for the metals themselves,
You think that they would sell that? Like, if they have their own powder, then maybe they don't really want to get rid of it,
that is true. We'll likely have to see.
Yeah.
But brass and various metals would be the first thing.
Yeah. Oh, you should get like a smith.
A smith.
Although would the smith sell metal? Because like, doesn't he need it to work? Shouldn't we buy it from the one he buys it from?
That would be ideal, but likely smiths would buy in bulk either from traders that come by from other places, so they had to have a stock of it, or if there is a local mine and process here, then it would be relatively cheaper to go to them. But Sal just sort of looks around to the majoritively fishing village here. I think they buy their metals outside.
Oh,
But we can have a walk around and check.
yeah. How much do you need?
At this rate, we're gonna need an extra carriage to carry all of the various materials we'll be working with. Because we got Arngrim, mostly with his large amount of cooking and then blacksmithing material there too. We have Vellum, who's also a blacksmith, and I know for Lord knows what reason he still uses that lens. So,
Oh yeah.
and then there's me, and I'll likely need way more specialized materials.
No, this is all a lot more complicated than just going and picking some reeds.
Very.
Oh wow, let's go and find some stuff.
Sal sort of turns to Vellum if he's nearby. Is he?
He will have to go find place.
Alright.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure, because I'm having a hard time getting a hold of where people are currently in my head.
Liska is very drunk.
Liska's in the tavern. Vellum's also there, but yeah. Arngrim is off gathering old ladies, and it's just you.
Alright. So you have to find some metals, yeah?
Yeah.
We can fast forward this if you like. No one likes shopping episodes. So what is it you would like to buy?
Valve, could you help me out here with what we needed? Because
We didn't exactly discuss this, but a large amount of lead would be useful, and as a fishing village, I imagine they have a lead and a simple smith, or several, to make all their sinks and shit. So you need a large amount of lead, any type of tough thing, iron, brass, stuff like that. Potentially some wood too, so we can make a base for it and some wheels. Unless you want everything on it to be metal.
This is the chariot, yeah?
We could make the chariot, but we were thinking about making the prototype of a mortar.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So making a chariot for Liska would be badass.
Do we mount a mortar at the front too, so she can just lob things while driving towards them?
I don't think that's really her thing. It'd be better if you were able to fit that mortar on the back platform of the tank, so you could be up there and shoot, and in between lob mortars at things that are out of your range.
Very true. And that actually sounds like a really cool idea.
Okay then. So lead, it's fairly easy to get here in the fishing village. They use a lot of it to build the stuff they prepare the fish with. Like Balth was saying, the sinks, all that sort of stuff. Usually, per pound, that'll be about 2 silver per pound of lead. 1 silver piece of for a pound of iron. And what else did you want?
We needed lead, brass.
Brass. That'll come to about 3 silver pieces per pound of brass.
Could you write those numbers down? Because my brain don't think well.
Brain. Okay.
No, really, for some reason my entire brain feels like a brick right now.
Fucking same. I'm with you on that.
So that's for brass. For iron, 1 silver piece per pound of iron, and for lead, 2 silver pieces per pound of lead. There you go.
All right. How much should I just buy them out? I doubt I could carry all of it, but
I mean, bags of holding.
What you doing, Sal?
I'm trying to think, but my brain is brick. I don't know why. I think I might be a little overwhelmed with information currently, because there are other people trying to get hold of me.
So I was away. What are you needing these for?
Mortar.
Okay.
Trying to build a mortar on the back of the steam tank.
What's the ratio that you need?
Yes.
We haven't discussed this yet.
Okay. I was going to say, because going by poundage is going to give you varying degrees of each. So like, because a pound of iron weighs less than a pound of lead, so it's gonna be more iron than lead, and brass I think weighs less than both of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, could you say? I mean, could it be argued that instead of a pound, it's just like a ingot of? But no, because well, that.
Well, we've been doing it so
You
far
gotta
with other
still-
metals that the pounds are ingots.
Okay.
Mm.
Then yeah. So lead is soft, brass is slightly harder, iron is the hardest. Do with that what you will.
So, I did search it up, so we know. Apparently, by size and density, a cubic foot, if we got 1 cubic foot of lead, would be about 708 pounds. So that's something Bastion would have to carry on a wagon. Yeah, because that's gonna go over the poundage of a bag of holding.
Just a wee bit.
Oh, I could take some of it and make it into a wheelbarrow to carry itself.
I actually did that in another game where I had a Forge Cleric, so that's how I scored
Exactly.
myself 6 ingots of adamantine in that game.
Make it into a wheel.
No, I took a bunch of iron, made it into a wagon to pull things. I got so much shit out of that.
Oh,
Alright,
I wonder if there's enough metal here to actually make a fucking thing for Liska. Would you like a chariot to go into these battles? As just a thought that might be lingering in the back of Arngrim's head. You would, I believe, technically be mounted or on a land vehicle.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would count towards your mounted mechanics.
Sure. Though it'd probably be better, like, I mean, chariots aren't good when they're heavy. Just a wooden one would be nice. But I understand you're a forge cleric, and that makes things complicated.
I can make some
I
non
mean, either way,
the
Bastion's.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, either way, Bastion's the one that's going to be carrying it. You can always have a metal axle.
Yeah.
The axle and the wheels are really the most important part. So yeah, if you're feeling like you want Liska to be in a chariot of destruction for this upcoming combat, I will not say no. Because we already have the mount to pull her.
Okay.
honestly, I say we get 5 pounds of lead, 3 pounds of iron, and 3 pounds of brass. That should be more than suffice.
That's up to you. Just mark off the
That'll work.
appropriate currency.
Yeah, I will. I need to math for a moment.
Sure.
Which weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of iron?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
How heavy is a pound of shut the fuck up?
I don't know. I've never heard it.
God damn it.
Alright, for real, so my brain is feeling like a brick, so I'm trying really hard to compute things.
We can pass it off to someone else.
Thank you.
I can give it another whack. See if
I was just about to come over to you, Venom. As you enter the Bilge Bass, from what you've been told, you know, fairly spacious rooms. Maybe not enough for Liska to stand upright fully, but you could probably.
she's here, so
Yeah, you could probably adapt a few pieces of furnishing for her. And as you enter the main room of the main center place of the tavern, It is noisy, it is rowdy, and perhaps even rowdier than it once was, due to the fact that Liska is singing along badly with a fellow mountain folk.
Yep, singing badly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I expect no less.
How dare you?
No, I mean, everyone just sings badly when they're drunk. It's just fact. But they believe they're amazing. That's how it goes. Yeah, he's gonna give the earring a flick. Hey, let's go. I'm about to get our room sorted. Should I account for you as well, or sort of like surreptitiously hinting at the companion there, leaving this space of the sentence to her imagination?
She's gonna look around because she realizes after a second. So like she hears your voice and immediately she like looks nearby, like just kind of down around her, and then she realizes, oh, it's the earring. And then not thinking that she can just talk back to the earring, she looks around like the room and just like,
She's sloshed already.
Vellum, come closer.
Who is this Vellum? Come, join in the celebration.
That did not take long. He's just gonna sort of like say to himself as he makes his way over.
And
You
there's a
doing
shot in
alright?
his hand.
Sorry, what was that even?
There's a shot in your hand.
Bang.
We're celebrating. We're celebrating.
It is
Patricia's
Patricia's reverie. Come, friend.
Ragnarok celebration.
A big old meaty hand just grabs you by the side, Vellum, and tugs you in for underarm, pat in the back. Liska's told me all about you, my friend.
Yup.
Been gone that long. Just one. I gotta get our room sorted before I get too sloshed. Yeah, sure. And I look at the shot I've been given.
I'm taking mountain folk shot.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried.
It's like a pint
That's a
glass.
fucking pint glass.
Yeah.
Like a pint glass of like fucking hard liquor, probably.
Pretty much. It's like the equivalent of 5 vellum shots. Go. Go.
well-
Chug.
Go on, Vellum, chug. Drink it. Drink.
I'll give it a go. Just he's gonna chug it and hope that
If
he
Liska
can-
sees he's having issues, she's gonna just get a finger to tilt underneath the glass, to just tilt it up to help him out.
No. If you know anything about Velen by now, he is just going all out with it.
Alright.
It's happened before with the spicy food, the super spice. When he's all in, he's all in.
All right.
So just chugging.
Actually, Liska and Vellum, go ahead. Both of you make Constitution saving throws for me. See how drunk you get.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I purposely fail. But hold on.
Okay.
I'll still fail. Like,
yeah,
she's getting
yeah.
herself drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Vellum, are you purposefully failing?
No, Velen has shit to do.
Okay.
He's doing the shot out of courtesy, and then he's gonna go get our room ready because
Before the shot hits.
getting drunk and not having a room to go back to is a bad thing.
Dravik and his small group of sort of human and dwarven sailing compatriots, all of them just like going chug 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 chug. As
Trying to think of like a chugging chant. It's like, what? Here's the Vellum. He's true blue. He's a Piespot through and through. Tried to go to heaven. So what? Couldn't find the way. Said he went down,
We'll
down,
workshop
chug.
it,
Like,
it's fine.
yeah, something like that.
and they all start joining in that same chorus that Liska started up, and to most everyone's surprise, Vellum handles it very well.
Well, yeah, it hasn't. It takes a few minutes at least to have the liquor hit.
Yeah.
Right, I'll be back. I got some shit to do, and yeah. It just seems basically not like there's that sort of not reflux but reaction of that you get when the burning goes down the back of the throat. But besides that, there's like no change.
And you hear as you make your way off to the bar, you hear, "Come back soon! The festivities have just begun."
What time is it by this point? Because Vellum basically went from the meeting to get the to find a place. Then let's go straight here. So then
it's turned about 6ish.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to where you book rooms or whatnot.
Okay. So pretty well. We can just speed this ahead. It's pretty simple to do. We'll say expenses.
Ellen will make a point of flashing the brooch and saying the fact that we have 2 members of the Malin Security Council and eventually an Iron's Guard to sort of lay down the importance.
That definitely shaves off quite a bit of the price. So we'll say for one gold per room. For the
how many rooms would we need? Let me think. Liska's probably going to need one all by ourselves. It's a given.
The big ones.
How many rooms do they have available is the thing? Because it seemed like a pretty raucous, populated place, and they get ships here. So
They've got a fair few rooms available. This is quite a large inn. They seem to get a lot of clientele here from pretty much all over Mayland and apparently Ragnarok.
Alright, well, I'll just get 3 then. Don't want to go taking up the entire thing. So 3 gold off. Up. I remembered how math works.
Yes.
And with that sorted, I assume we're given the keys, right?
Yeah. You're given the keys to the room.
I'll keep one there until we decide who's where. I think it'd probably be Arngrim or something, but I don't want to make assumptions. Either way, Vellum's got his key. He's gonna head back over to Liska very quickly. Just sort of, it's like she's got a tankard in one hand and he's trying to put the key in her other hand.
Thank you. Now drink.
I gotta stop to make first. Don't worry, I'll drink.
Come back. And drink!
Business before
And
pleasure.
And then she says a toast to Patricia and Demonic. And more drinks.
And Vellum is gonna head out again. Probably gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna be closed by this point, but he's gonna try and find either some noteworthy blacksmith or at least the best blacksmith you can find in home. You can probably come back tomorrow or something because it's 6 at the moment, but he wants to be aware of where it is.
Alright.
If it's not shown,
Are you trying to buy some metals?
No. We talked about before, I want to try and learn a new trait, or at least see what the possibility is.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I want to get that rolling. The more things I'm able to do with modifications, the better.
Asking around, specifically about learning traits. This Lakesvale, it's not exactly known for its blacksmiths. Definitely it's fish. A lot of fish. A lot of fish.
Well, yeah.
You gather probably the closest place that would specialize in high-end blacksmithing would be Druvenholm itself.
So no actual sort of.
Yeah, they seem to import most of their metals and gems and gold and that sort of thing from Druvenholm.
Yeah. Just import whatever they need in terms of worked materials.
Yeah.
All right, worth looking. And with that, I think that's kind of all I had to really do. Back to the tavern.
All right. So, as evening comes around, how we'll say up 9ish. Eventually, Liska, you hear whispers and rumours of some sort of gathering happening in the town square, in the market here, in the market plaza.
She is interested in these things.
All right.
She's like, what? Sorry, I guess. What are the rumors? It's just a gathering? Is it like a gathering in regards to Richard's Reverie, or is it just a gathering?
Just some sort of gathering. You're not sure. Although your friend Dravik seems to be high spirits and said, "Oh, you'll think they came to enjoy Patricia's Reverie, eh?"
Like, potentially, we're going to find out.
Let's go.
And the two mountain folks
Stumble their
stumble
way
drunkenly.
Yeah.
Up.
As you all kind of eventually sort of gather out into the plaza here, it's a very curious sight. There seems to be a large sets of tables being brought out from numerous sides of the marketplace here, from both Streamweedle and Helmsworth sides. You can see large tables draped in blues and crimsons, as a small cavalcade, a small parade of various fish-based dishes, pies, what was it?
Hey, John, a small interruption. Are you recording right now?
I am, yes. Why?
Okay, because apparently Black Spice and Ducky were worried.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I am recording, yes. Various fish pies with what look like a fish battered with like breadcrumbs. Again, the smell of warm meals and good cooking hits your nostrils immediately. And seemingly leading this effort, kind of directing a number of people out into the thoroughfare, you can see the small form of Angrim.
Hold on, let me finish chewing this and swallowing, and I'll do something. Okay, let's go. Seeing Angrim being the leader of this cooking battalion, it's gonna like have her arm around Dravik's shoulders, and she's taller than he is, and she's like, look, do you see? No, not those, those medium ones. The smaller one with the shiny head.
Little one, eh?
With the white. What's the white with the white hat? He's a good. He's my friend.
Is he like chef?
Nah. He's like really. He's really good at cooking.
Come! Let us enjoy festivities more with more friends. Duh.
Yeah, Angrim.
Ah!
She yells across the square, forgetting she has the earring still.
He jumps slightly.
This is my friend, Dravik. And by the way, she's talking in demonic right now.
Yeah.
So you just hear like Dravik.
I don't understand any of it. I see that you're drunk, leaning on each other, and possibly still have alcohol. I smile and wave and hold up a piece of cheese.
She like nods, gives a thumbs up, and then like hits Dravik's chest and just kind of unhooks around him and starts walking towards Cheese.
What is
And then she starts eating.
Here's a little platter of crackers to go with it.
She takes the cheese, the entire block, and takes the
What?
plate of crackers.
Okay.
Takes the crackers like. She just kind of gives like a nod, mumbles something in demonic that you probably understand as thank you, and then like looks to Dravik and back to Arngrim like, is he gonna get anything?
She's like greeting for dwarves.
No, it's just delicious.
Then let me.
That's pretty.
Then let me in on it. As he kind of thunders
No,
over, stumbles.
it's your own cheese. This is my cheese.
Oh, no, let one on the pile. Come on.
She's look at the arms like, do you have more cheese? Oh wait, and then she sees,
It's a
and then she
human
finally
supplement.
registers the look on his face of confusion. She's like, wait, what language am I speaking in? She says this out loud.
That's right.
She says this out loud to herself, and then she switches to Dwarven. Like, do you have any more cheese?
Hey, it's a human settlement.
Great, fantastic. Do you have one from my friend Dravik?
Oh, Dravik, isn't it? Here's some cheese and a piece of smoked fish. Lifts up his hat, grabs one. A savory mushroom.
You should try. The mushrooms. They're very good.
I grow them myself.
He's just taken the first bite out of the cheese and kind of munches it for a moment. Really, very different from the teeth from the Teratonian steak.
It is. It is. Like,
Call it pepper jack.
It reminds me of home.
Ah, yes. Home. Leviathan once more. A great port town.
I was raised in Croth myself. Crashed from a young age. To torment!
To torment! Kind of clangs steins together. Actually, no. Clangs a stein with a block
Pony
of
cans
cheese.
together.
cheese.
Yeah. And then Liska drinks beer while she has cheese in her mouth.
Yeah.
A good combo.
It's a very lively atmosphere here. You can see
Arngrim
kind
now
of,
has an idea. What if the
Right,
cheese tasted like beer?
Beer cheese.
And so he's set to change the world. Huh?
I'm presuming, due to how much time has passed, Velen would have been back joining Whisker by now.
You've all,
So he's gonna walk up with just like a tankard, like a normal-sized person's drink. Because drinking an entire mountain full
Not
of
a
shot
small
glass
bucket.
is, yeah.
I would imagine you've all gathered in the central plaza at this point.
It's getting closer to the evening. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Where's Grunker and that alt stuff?
I don't know. I've been cooking with grandmas all day. As he's setting out a fucking feast in the town square.
Alright, well, see if this sort of like he's at
Oh
this point
shit, you're all plastered.
Velen's not as bad, but with like constant drinking, even like a hardy constitution, he'd be at least a little bit sloshed by now. Like he's
That
sort of
makes sense.
struggling to remember. Was it Dravik's name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dravik, that was it. Yeah. Give us some of that. See if he can handle it. When we find Grunker. Grunker. I think he's over here somewhere. He's gonna wander off into the crowd,
Is it-
following the voice of.
All the sound of panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, your leg bumps into Grunker.
Need a hand down there.
Is everybody just plastered?
Willem has been press ganged into drinking, so that's his excuse.
Holy shit. For once, is Arngrim the only sober person for now?
I mean,
No.
Sal is also sober.
Yep. Sao is not involved in drinking yet. I say yet.
Yeah. We
Okay,
all will
so,
be by the night's done.
Grunke
Those guys
is,
have things to say about it.
Grunke is very drunkenly trying to like scoop up some spilled like alcohol into his mug that he spilled.
Waste not, want not.
He's one of
It's
those
just full
guys.
of dirt and rocks, but he likes the
adds
crunchy
texture.
bits of flavor.
Yeah.
You getting trampled down there? You want to end? Sort of leans down, tries to pick him up with one hand, just like on the shoulder if possible. Right. You still have that hot sand or whatever the hell with the spice?
Yeah. Going to take out the like shaker of the fire salt.
Poor Gronka.
We should. Is that big guy over there? I think Riska's trying to get with. And, it'd be funny if we gave him some to see what happened.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go back over to where everyone else is, or at least attempt to, because I don't know how much of a swath
Yeah.
of people there is. Just pop Grunka on the table by way of Andrew is. But
Hey,
Oh
Gronka.
boy. Arngrim's at the table. Are you like holding the fire salts in your hand?
Yeah.
There's a moment where like Arngrim's eyes are wide and he's just fucking staring. He brings a cleaver down on a fish, and as a cleaver passes over his face, it just goes back to a normal smile, like, oh shit, I know what that is. Act normal.
PTSD.
Yeah, I like the spice my dishes are at right now, thank you. No. You could put that in your own once you've had your own serving. Okay? Okay. It kind of pulls the dish he's working on to the side.
Yeah.
I want it to be edible.
What?
I'm sure they can handle it. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna be
Like
like,
humans.
I want it to be edible, not a fire fountain.
They've literally made cheese that's too spicy for them. I don't know if they can handle it.
Just sort of lean in a little bit. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Right.
This-
I'm gonna go find So and then he'll just once more vanish into the sea of the crowd. It's like he's just taking trips into the ocean of people to just pick people up and put them in one place.
Yeah.
Like, you're here now. But no, he's gonna try and find Sao and his mess.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. With disadvantage.
Stealth shenanigans. I want to see what this does before I go looking sad.
15 to do what exactly? To sneak the stuff into the food?
Well, I think that would be a sleight of hand.
I'm just stealthy for now.
Okay.
First phase of the plan, Jenna. You gotta be unseen before you.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like
sneaking
fear
around.
Drunka. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
Alter ego.
Drunka's Drunkle. Like
Arngrim. You can see as you're cutting off portions of like a bread-based fish. You can see on the two ends of the table, staring daggers at each other, are Tala Streamweedle and Eddard Hansbridge, and they both seem to have this mutual look of confidence, as in, yeah, I will win this bet. And you can see next to you, Vladmir's just face first in a fish pie. You know, just sort of chunks of pie across her mouth. She looks to you, Angram, and goes,
Oh, what is there, dear?
Oh wow. Well, these people are having a good time.
Admia,
aha!
how old are you?
I've forgotten what the equivalent age of like fucking 14 was.
See, this is why I don't fuck about with equivalent age. It's
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
and dumb, and I hate it.
Yeah, so she's gonna be like,
I'm 12.
okay, Patricia's Reverie, here, one drink. And she puts it down in front of Admia.
She cautiously kind of holds the small, the fairly small tankard in her hand, sort of sniffs it for a
Do it
moment,
quick, it's not going to taste good.
and just downs it in one. And if you could immediately see that, you know, it's like the first time a toddler tastes the sourness of a lemon. It's just foul, upturned. You know, face practically shrinks inward.
Yep. It's gonna be like, yes.
And she shudders in revulsion.
No, not what me thing.
No. Do it. Quick. Well, all in one go. All in one go. Hold it your nose. Don't breathe. Don't breathe in.
Like,
Just do it. Quick.
like this.
Yes. Now, go. Go. All of them. Yep.
Like,
Is it?
Is
Like,
there any milk?
I know it. Huh?
Is there any milk?
You don't want to do that. You're not going to want to mix that up. So, just I'll tell you what. Since you finished this off, good job. And she like ruffles Vadmir's hair. Like now, in about 15 minutes,
Pal,
we'll see what's going on.
yes. You're breathing into the mic.
Sorry.
But Mia seems a little bit confused as to what you mean by that. You know, Satan's not known for drinking their alcohol.
Yep. But hey, it's Patricia's Reverie.
Yeah.
And so Lizga is going to just kind of sit down near Vadmia, like sit on the table because she doesn't want to fucking sit so low.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna
launches
sit on the
plates of
table.
food into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just kind of sit, talk. Or wait, no, I just realized that Drunk Liska also interrupted Vadmia talking to Argrim, so she'd be like, "Oh, sorry, Argrim. Yeah,
It's on brand for Drunk Liska.
yeah." She just wants people to celebrate. So yeah, it's like, so sorry, Vadmia. You were talking to Argrim.
What? Vadmir was just wondering what their deal is.
Kind of looks to Eddard and fucking
Oh.
I forgot the fucking names already.
Tala.
What?
Tala and Eddard. Tala Streamweedle. Eddard Helmsworth.
Tala, that's it. Tala Streamweedle Eddard Helmsworth.
Yeah, they want to have sex, but they can't due to restrictions of their culture. So they're stuck with this kind of metaphor for romance. It's very
That is
dumb
stupid.
and convoluted. It really is. It really is. They should just like drink and fuck or something. I don't know.
You hear her kind of go.
Drunk Liska gives no fucks.
Go to sleep.
Maybe. You
You-
okay there, Gabo?
You,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was weird. You were lighting up and nothing was coming through.
you okay,
I
Beth?
was,
I heard him snore.
Yeah, I was just going.
Oh, he was snorting.
All right.
And
So
for next stage of Gabo.
so what's everyone else doing?
Well, Velen went off into the crowd to find Sam, but
Okay.
I was curious of what Grunko was doing because stealth.
Drunka is hatching a plan.
Oh no.
Do you need time to work on that plan, or do you want to do it?
No, it's
I
very...
request a character sheet for Drunka.
0 wisdom.
0 wisdom, 0 int.
Head
All
empty.
all the charisma. And +5 to drunkenness.
Yeah, let's see what Grunko.
Yeah, so, those two. What were they called?
Tala and Edit, if that's who you're
Yeah.
referring to.
Those two are sitting somewhere and they haven't had their food right yet.
No.
Nobody's had the food yet.
Nope. They just sat at either end of this long table throughout the plaza here, and they just sat cross arms, smirking at each other, both mutually with looks of I'm going to win this bet. They're going to enjoy my favourite fish.
Okay. I assume they're also gonna have food.
I'm just gonna ask real quick, do they know that Arngrim switched the recipes around?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh god.
So what Drunka is gonna do? He's going to wait. He's going to stalk and sneak. And he's going to see when they get their food. He's gonna see like who is delivering it. It's probably gonna be one of the servants or whatever. Nice. And he's gonna like kinda intercept them and be like, hey, hey, I'm gonna. Yeah, you. I'll take this to them. And then, as he is taking it
I think
to
we
them,
cackled after he said that.
yeah, yeah. And then, as he's taking it to them, he's gonna add way too much fire salt to it.
Okay. So, are you keeping your earlier stealth roll for just stealthing among the crowds?
I guess.
All right. So
I guess I mean, when I'm going up to the whoever's coming over with the food, I'm not really stealthing anymore.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of like, hey.
All right. So for adding the salts to this lovely looking battered cod, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna assume with disadvantage
You are
because I'm
you are
piss drunk.
You are piss drunk. Yes.
Drunka has disadvantage on everything except drinking. All right, let's see here. Disadvantage. Bad.
Okay.
I mean,
Perfect.
it's a 6.
So the first D20 roll was for Tala, or Tala's perception. And as you slowly make your way over to Tala, you kind of take what you initially thought was like a pinch, but it's more of a fistful as you just onto the battered cod.
Whoop. Time to spice up your relationship.
And you sneeze amidst the crowds from the cloud of like fire salts.
Oh, my eyes.
And you
Fucking pepper sprayed yourself.
Yeah.
as you wade your way through the crowds, and you sneak up the plate on, beside Tala, who's just finished a small fish soup starter. And she notices the battered cod next to her, kind of slides it over in front of her, and continuing to stare at Edward Helmsworth. She just, very delicately takes up knife and fork, takes off a piece, puts it in her mouth, chews for a moment, gulps it down, no issue, and she needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Again, using the fucking commoner stat sheet, so it's just a bog standard 20.
A lot of fives. Fives and fives and fives. So many fives.
Gurka quote unquote sneaks away, cackling to himself.
More like you cackle yourself, stumble, fall over some of the cobblestone floor, but you get up and then continue on your way. You hear as you walk away. I suppose this isn't too bad.
Gurka falls in the river.
Someone get some water!
Oh god, you killed her.
And you just hear
Actually-
that as you make your way into the crowds.
Yeah, Gurka stumbles around and ends up falling in the river.
Sploosh!
No, he just kind of like,
Oh yeah, because the ring of water walking.
and then he just kind of lie there. He just kind of like slowly get drifted away by the river. It just lies there like face
A
first.
gondola kind of drifts by as the person who's manning it just kind of. What on earth? It just makes his way past.
Yeah, Grunk is like, into the water. He's like,
He's just face down.
Little bubbles.
Yeah. It's just face down bubbles.
it's like pseudo drowning.
So, what's everyone else doing? Or rather, actually, Arngrim, you see Tala's not having a good time. She's red in the face. You can see someone has taken up the Heimlich maneuver, thinking that she's choking on their food.
He looks at her and he tries to like, what the fuck is going on? And waddles over. What's going on over here?
Well, we think she's choking or something.
Choke. Can you talk? Can you breathe?
What?
Give us some water.
Get some water over here. And eventually, one of the guards brings her like this tankard of ale or water or something, and she downs it. Her bonnet sort of falls part way off as she's doing this, and just streams of tears in her eyes from what you notice to be the battered bass is just coated in just this strange dashes of red powder.
Please don't murder the matriarch of the town.
Instantaneous.
It was Helmsworth. He tried to poison me. I did no such thing.
As Ed just kind of stands up from the other end of the table.
I tell you, this was cod.
No, that was...
Someone change my cooking!
Oh no.
The recipe was perfect! Slam on the fish.
On the fish.
Who changed my cooking?
With a hand or a mace? I didn't catch what you slammed the fish with.
Silence. Arngrim yells. Immediate silence. The music stops from throughout the marketplace square as Arngrim's angry voice bellows throughout the square.
This is supposed to be a good night, not a night for bickering and pranks and petty revenge.
Grunk is currently drifting out of the city.
Oh, what fucking chaos! I love this.
He's just like face down, just slowly just drifting out. He's probably gonna end up on the beach somewhere.
I've washed up on the beach. I mean, when Arngrim finds him, you'll definitely be.
Yeah.
Kind of glad he sailed away now because they were going to share a room. That would have been very concerning.
Like, in the silence, just hear Liska's like, why did the music stop? Play.
You just hear over the crowds near the table. Helmsworth tried to poison me.
Ah, you deserved it. Music, play.
What?
Oh no! I'm gonna taste the cod.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Can you handle it this time? Let's find out.
This gun is poison. It's very important for it.
Yeah, if anyone's going to poison test, it'd be the dwarf.
Meanwhile, Sao is just looking on at the fucking chaos of drunk people, and she's the only sober of the group.
Yeah. I'll say sure. Go ahead and make this with advantage.
Hey.
It's definitely not poison, but the taste is certainly familiar, and there's this familiar tangy spice on your tongue. As you kind of clear your throat for a moment, as it hits the back of your mouth.
Is that the spice that I think it is?
Sao just looks
The
on.
spice I said not to put on my dishes?
Sao just looks around and can't spot Grunka.
Aerate the palate,
Um,
taste all the flavors.
Arngrim? Arngrim,
Uh-huh.
where's Grunka?
I don't know. But I want to.
Cut back
Oh, there you are.
as we cut back to
That
Grunka.
wanders up.
Downstream. 2 nautical miles away.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
The bad thing is the stream goes into the ocean.
yeah.
He'll sink like a stone.
Nah, it's the ring. It's fine.
Right.
It's just like driftwood.
Another gondola kind of comes by, looks at this strange figure who's this strange squat figure who's drifting down the waterways here, and you feel a hook kind of under your shirt as you're lifted up and placed in one of the gondolas.
Say, one of the dead goblins from the invasion.
And you hear another voice whisper,
You know what I think it is?
Are we about to
case.
roll initiative? What the fuck is about to happen?
Grunk is so pissed drunk, he's basically like blacked out. He doesn't eat it.
Maybe we should have let one of the guards. Yeah.
you you hear some bickering between the two, and a guard is signalled, and this strange goblinoid creature is handed over to the guard, and I better let the matriarch know about this. And over time, as the rest of you spend your time kind of around the marketplace searching for Grunker, eventually,
I'm now in a drunk cell.
yeah. Eventually, Saoyun, particularly because of your perception, you see a guard kind of venturing over one of the bridges towards the marketplace square, holding a sopping wet Grunker. He's kind of limp in the grasp, just held by the scruff of the neck of this guard.
God, Sao is just sighing a bit, looking to the rest of the chuckle fucks of drunk people here, and just be like, I'm gonna deal with this myself, and then just heading off towards the guard.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm on official business.
I'm aware. That's my friend you're holding.
You what? This weird-looking goblin is your friend?
Deepling, but yes,
A what now?
a deepling. They're a
I don't know, looks like a
an
goblin to me.
offshoot of. Yeah, they're an offshoot of goblins. They come from the Underdark.
Eyes slim at you, he has no idea what you're saying.
The under what?
Hey, dog.
Well, if you excuse me, I got to alert the matriarch. We found another goblin body.
Sao just grabs him by the shoulder and just looks at him. The one you're holding currently is Grunka of the Hammer Strike, and part of the group, whom amongst are Angrim Dragonbrick, part of the Iron Guard. Now would you kindly let go of my friend?
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, don't bother trouble. Yeah, I fucking bloody take him.
Thank you. Sao just grabs Grunka by the scruff of his neck again.
As
And just holds
the
him
guard
up.
the guard walks away, and you hear muttering under his breath, "I don't get paid enough for this shit."
Sao just looks at Grunka, just holding him up to her face, and just eyes him. You're a little troublemaker when you're drunk. And Sao will then walk back to Arngrim, who I think might have just fucking thrown the dish into the fucking stratosphere by now.
No, you don't waste food.
No, that dish has been yeeted and a new one is being made.
Yeah. As you're talking with Tali, you say, "So you're telling me that it was some sort of spice that made its way into my dish?"
Yes.
I think someone pulled a prank on you. And no, it wasn't Eddie.
Well, who was it?
Sao just holds up Grunka.
Is Grunka even here?
I'm holding him.
Okay. I didn't realize you found him. This is a deepling. It's not like the other ones. He actually hates those ones. They're at war. They're not the kind that...
I will take your word for it.
He has a nice spice, and when it's too much, it's very hot. I think he hampered with my dish.
Is he okay?
I have no idea. Oh, he'll be glad if he is.
He was this close to getting arrested by the guard for being, and I quote, a goblin.
Well, yes. He is a goblin.
Yes, but
He's
he's
a
not one
different
of the
kind.
goblins He's not one of the goblins that invaded the town.
Yeah, this is true. He is one of the goblins that just tried to poison one of the leaders, though. And
So you're telling me it was poison?
well, it wasn't poison, but it's like taking too much cinnamon. It makes you cough. It's a normal spice, but it's, well, spicy.
Yeah, very well. Business as usual then. Just make sure he doesn't do it again. I ask.
Oh, that's the wrong spell. Come on, man. Well, actually,
I don't think you can remove being a bitch.
no, but I am going to remove the alcohol poisoning from Grunka.
The old Insta sober.
There you go.
Just,
Yes, the old salting solution to this blood.
yeah.
Just boop him on the head and
Or-
say, you're sober.
Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Does Grunker wake up after having the alcohol removed from his system?
Probably, yeah.
All right. You wake up to your
Oh, hey. Hey.
Hello. Do you remember what you did?
No, it tastes like sea.
Did you drag him out of the water?
I think he might have fallen in the canal.
Drunkus literally, his entire front is just soaked in river water. Salty river water.
I think he might have fallen in one of the canals.
What? Oh. Meh.
You nearly killed the lady here.
No.
You know, the matron of the town.
Oh, is it married lady?
Yes, but no, but yes.
Oh.
Beg your pardon.
Hello.
Care to explain why?
No. What happened?
Talarex just gives a side eye to Angra.
You put fire salt on her fish.
Oh, we're just gonna take out this shaker that's practically empty right now. Oh man. Oh, it's so little left.
Yeah, you damn near made her choke to death.
Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, I don't really remember too much. My stomach feel like it's liquid. It's, well, I remember there's a lot of people, and I remember drinking. There was so many tall people, and I don't really remember. This is like being lost in a forest of flesh. It was scary.
I just ask that I don't have it again. Please keep an eye on him. We're about to wrap up the festivities here. The men have had their full. He just goes back to eating her meal, just keeping an eye on Grunker.
Hello.
Someone just emerges from the crowd. Where the hell am I?
What?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
This is where everyone went.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Me neither. What happened?
I don't know. I think I did a little trolling.
You do a little trolling.
Yeah. Did a little prank.
Nothing wrong with a bit of a prank. Little pranks are nice, fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh right, Angrim. Just rummages in his pocket. Hands him the key. I already got us rooms at that place. Duska's got her own. There you go. Probably bunking Grunker, I think. I only got 3. I don't remember why I only got 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. So, drink!
No.
Ah, come on, just a small one.
No.
Is that another no?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a yes.
A social drinker. You have a drink and socialize.
Venom is gonna sort of like arm over her shoulder, leaning a little bit. I'm not that, but you know, I didn't want to kill the mood by not acting alright.
Sal just looks from Vellum to Grunke to Arngrim to the entire happening that just went down. I'm not drinking tonight, cause I sure as shit needs to rein you guys in. And then Sal just slowly turns to Liska, who's also majoritively drunk.
This is sitting there being, what's the term? Drunk, like, party mom to
An
first time drunk
Yeah.
Vadmia.
Yeah.
Just making sure she's enjoying her first buzz.
Well, anyway, at least have some merriment. It's not like we're all stonkered. Arngrim's sober, I'm mostly sober. He's gonna give her a pat on the shoulder.
Well, the lads got to eat before they go out the war. We might not have been able to patch tensions with this now, and we don't know if we will have that chance again. I'm
Well-
going to retire for the evening.
Well, Arngrim, there's one thing I do know from all the stories I hear. He's sort of like a hand on the shoulder, even though obviously you can't feel it because armor. When you fight together, you have stories to share, and those boys that are going to be fighting together over there, they're going to come back with their own stories and spread them all about. It'll catch like wildfire, and who knows, maybe the camaraderie of combat will spread throughout the town, and the noble deeds will get put a bit of a patch on this old mess.
Vellum, did I see you with Grunka and came over with him with the spices?
Well, I brought him over, yeah, and then I left to go find Sal.
Did you know what he was gonna do?
Honestly, I thought he was gonna spike the mountain folks' food.
And you thought that was smart?
Well, I mean, the bigger folk have a hardier constitution, so I figured it'd be fine if you put a little bit on. I mean,
You didn't think anything could have gone wrong?
well, I mean, if I could handle it, a bloke that big with that big of muscles probably gonna be fine.
No, not with him, just like this. Do you think Grunka was smart enough to, well, fucking plaster it, find the right thing to go to, and just... What if he
Well, I
took it
mean,
bad?
Gotta give Grunker a bit more credit. He's, you know, may not
No,
seem
I
like he's got
don't.
a brain in his head.
He nearly killed an old lady with fucking salt poisoning.
Okay, that I did not know.
Okay, and that old lady's the matron, and she accused the fucking other half of the town's leaders of trying to assassinate her. This could be really fucking bad, Vellum. I don't want your morals feel betters. I have some great sense of knowing people bond over fighting. They've been fighting each other for over fucking 400 years. If we don't fix things like this, it gets worse. And this might have just made it very fucking worse. I'm gonna retire for the evening.
Right.
If you really... It really seems like you're trying to step up, and I appreciate that. But you need to be there to tell people no. Otherwise, bad things can happen. Like this. It could have been so much worse.
Right, you are.
Have a pleasant night, Philip. I'll see you in the morning.
No, I'm good.
And he leaves and excuses himself. And he waddles back and out towards his tank. At the city limit. He just
Alright.
starts setting off.
Alright. So what's everyone else doing as the celebrations are gradually coming to a close? Everyone finishes their hearty meals.
Liska's just, you know, still having fun, doing her thing,
Yeah.
being around for Vadmia to make sure she doesn't, you know, do too much. Make sure she gets enough water to counteract the alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. The buzz, does hit her throughout the evening, and occasionally stumbles and staggers her way to grab more food, but managed to be there to catch her.
Yeah, Liska's just basically like, because, you know, sit there, talk about things, Ragnarok, Patricia's reverie, the story behind it, all that fun stuff. Just be like, hey, this is the history of our people, da-da-da-da. This is what she did, this is why we celebrate. And then, you know, maybe do that thing where you have a parent and a kid, and you're dancing, and the kid stands on the top of some feet, but, you know, hooves in this regard. And so, yeah, just, you know, general revelry.
Yeah. But
Having a blast.
by the end of the evening, eventually kind of she gets tuckered out and sort of starts almost sort of drunken rambling to you. She's, you know, Vladimir never had many friends. Vladimir's glad to have friends now.
Yep. It's always nice to have people you can rely on. People that you can go to for issues or stuff like that.
Thank you, Liska. For a bit being Vladmir's friend.
Anytime. And if you... Okay, you're asleep. Okay, time to turn in. And Liska's going to, like, wave goodbye to Dravik, pick up Vadmia, and start heading back to the Belgian Bass.
Alright.
Belgian Boon.
Eventually, the celebrations die down for the evening.
All things do, Janer.
Oh, yes.
Didn't want to interrupt the
Sorry, go
going on just then. Is said matriarch still about whose name I keep forgetting?
Tala Streamweedle, yes, she is about. Just about to turn in for the evening.
Okay, well, gonna Vel's just sort of straighten up, make himself look a bit more presentable and make his way over. You say it was Streamweedle?
Streamweedle.
Streamweedle, okay. Miss Streamweedle, a moment of your time, if I may.
Yes.
And he'll sort of like flash the brooch. Valimar Bridge of the Mayland Security Council.
What may I do for you, Mr. Harbridge?
Well, I understand there was an unfortunate incident earlier, and I'd like it known that, firstly, that such behaviors are not normal for those working with us, and I can assure you that it was by no means malicious. It was an unfortunate accident, and one I would like to wholeheartedly apologize for on behalf of those in my group. And he will sort of like wear the hand to his chest and a little bit of a head bow.
Well, knowing that it wasn't the Helmsworth family, I will certainly accept your apology.
I do hope this does not sour the festivities too much, and even those at odds can all enjoy the rivalry of a good evening and with good food.
Well, I suppose the cod wasn't too bad. You know, your friend Andrin, he's a very good cook.
One of the best.
The meals were delightful, spare for a few misdirected pranks.
I can assure you it was all meant in good spirits. And if there's anything I can assume from Grunker's mind state, is that your folks seem like a very hardy sort, one able to handle a small bit of spice. His misgivings on how much he used were likely due to inebriation.
You see, it's the Carthan heritage, you see. We've weathered many years of we see a lot of trade in the Carthan Isles. You see, many spices come through from many different foreign lands. I'm sure I handled it in my stride.
Oh yes, for the amount that I hear was placed, you handled it quite well. And being of a port town myself, I know a thing or two about the hardiness of that sort.
I suspect if the same spices were applied to a Mr. Eddard, he probably wouldn't have handled it as well as I would have.
Who's to say? I certainly wouldn't put it to the test anytime soon. But I hope you do, and I hope this does not sour any future relations with the council. Revelry is revelry, after all.
Lakesville has always been loyal to Mayland, and we shall see that it is for the future.
Wonderful. And as a side note, I thank you again for your contributions to the efforts out west. West, east, sorry. Brain's mixing up west and east again. I don't know why. Never eat shredded wheat. Yeah, it is west. Okay.
In Druvenholm?
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't remember the name, so I said
southwest. Southwest.
That's it, yeah. I just had a panic moment of, have I done it backwards?
Yeah. Regardless. Well, I will only be sending my best men to confront the horde that is inevitably bound to arrive at Druvenholm.
Well, I'm sure they'll be a great boon to the battle, and I'm certain Mayland as a whole will appreciate the efforts.
Perhaps the Helmsworth fighters might do their part if... Well, I guess to be fair, their cod isn't so bad. Who knows? I must turn in for the evening.
Of course, I'll not keep you any longer. Sleep well. And once more, the respectful head bow, and away he goes.
She adjusts her bonnet, makes her way inside.
and Vellum will retire.
Alright. So, as you all retire for the evening, sleep gradually comes to all of you. And you all awaken the next day, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready for a new day and potentially the battles to come.
Hopefully not hungover.
Liska is fairly hungover.
Nah, she stopped
No?
relatively. Like she knew where.
Enough is enough.
Like she knew where she sat.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
she just like maintained. Like she got to a point, and she's like, I can coast this.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, she was kind of. I'd probably say about the same level as Vadmia towards the end. And
Yeah.
She just like found a level.
Yep.
I can just ride this.
Meanwhile, Gronka, on the other hand, despite the alcohol poisoning immediately being removed, there's
Still with alcohol in that belly.
Yep.
it's the leftovers which really get your headache going.
Oh yeah, Gruka is having a bad time. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's so loud. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this this surface boost is pretty terrible. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna have any more of this. Yeah. Unless they find something that's not, liquid red. I should be fine. Oh. Yeah. Maybe you can find some
You're gonna find something to offset that hangover.
No, they're just kind of drifting off.
Okay.
Kind of thinking about stuff.
Yeah, just drifting in and out of sleep as the morning comes. Okay.
They're just gonna like squint towards the sun. Fuck you. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna put the cover over his head.
Okay. But gradually, one by one, you all eventually do find your ways back down into the tavern, meeting up for the morning's events. It takes more time for Grunker to rouse from his slumber than most of you. And Grunker's a bit late to the party in this aspect.
Liska's gonna wake up, kind of take the. No, she is. She's gonna wake up, take a bath, and then she's gonna like put on her armor again and just be like, wake up, Vadmia. It's like, hey.
Yeah. She little bit, tiny bit of a headache. She's not used to alcohol in that aspect. But what time is it?
She's just gonna look out the window, like, morning.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Reluctantly gets up. Does morning routine? Puts on the raven cloak. Heads downstairs.
Yep. Liska will follow. Yeah, and just go down, find some breakfast, just kind of sit with the rest of the group.
Vellum would have been up early because he's not been hungover.
Is Angrim down there as well? And Sayun?
For where?
Downstairs in the tavern for the morning's
Breakfast.
events.
Nope.
He went to his tank.
He went to his tank.
Oh, right, yes.
He's preparing
yes,
to
he
set
did.
off.
He's
He's
left his
not
tank.
here. He was upset and left.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so,
So-
as you all...
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm out of this for the moment.
Okay. So as you all eat a hearty breakfast meal and prepare to set off for the day, is there anything else you'd like to do in town before leaving? Are you leaving?
I mean, I suspect so. We've
Yeah, they said that it would take, like, the next day they'd have everybody suited up and ready, so I guess we'd
we
head
just
out
go on
with
ahead and
the
they'll
force,
follow
yeah.
up eventually.
Alright, so you will eventually head out into the outskirts of Lakesvale, and you can see what looks like a small encampment has been set up here. Large camp, small military camp by military standards, kind of set up around the steam hammer. It seems Arngrim's been, Arngrim has sort of wheeled the steam hammer out into the outskirts of town, readying the forces as he would.
Alright. Yep. Gonna come on up. Just be like, should be fun. It's time to go off to war.
Is Arngrim visible, or is he like just holed up in his tank?
No, he's outside. He's doing maintenance on it.
Velamir's gonna approach Arngrim. You got a sec, Arngrim? Don't know if you're too busy with your adjustments.
No, I'm here.
Well, based on what you said last night and you being right about what you said, I did something of a damage control and had a short chat with the matriarch. Things seem smoothed over, and I wanted you to know that all the effort you put in did pay off. She had a lot of positive things to say about your cooking for starters, and even admitted that the fish that she had such disdain for was, and I quote, alright. And even had some good things to say about the soldiery of the opposing side of the town, so I just wanted you to know that it may have been a hiccup, but the hard work you put in paid off.
You did that for me. He kind of looks to you and looks back down to his tank, takes a glance and continues working on his tread. Thanks.
Well, you were right about one thing. I can't just go leaving things to run wild. Responsibility and all that.
I suppose. I got a lot of responsibility put on me now, being a mountain guard, and I just wanted things to go right. And I'm new to it, and I was just worried. I'm sorry I snapped at you.
Well,
Thanks.
you were heated, yeah, but not wrong. And if you don't mind the advice, if there's anything I've learned, is that something will always go wrong, but as long as you keep at it and patch up the troubles where you can, it all works out. And like I said, your effort was worth it, and that's the best you could hope for. And I feel like it's not going away anytime soon, that feeling you put in.
Well, she did look kind of funny, all teary-eyed. I didn't want to stay in town, but
She had the same sort of look you had on your
I would
face.
have
to be honest.
laughed. Okay, hold on. I had not prepared my fortitude.
Well, I think we both
I'm
know not
good
to
with
underestimate
spices.
anything broken as.
Okay. Well, gonna get something a little different. He's a special lad with special spices. Well, thank you, Willem, for making it right.
Well, least I can do for starting in the first place. Now then, should we go protect the realm and all that shit? He's gonna give him a slap on the back, not that we'll do anything with plate armor in the way.
You can feel the slight thump. Hey, go protect the realm and all that.
Well,
These boys are gonna need somebody to, look at them, look after. I'm thinking that, we should set a good example.
Well, that's the part of what we're there for. Security and all that, safety and making sure they got something to look to. And then with that, Willem will sort of head up to his carriage thing. I can never stick on a name for the fucking, 'cause I can never tell the difference. Anyway, he's going up there to start getting ready to ride.
Sun wagon.
The pussy wagon.
Just call the sun wagon for fuck's sake.
I know I heard something wagon, but then that just instantly put wagon.
You know what? Fuck it. Call it Speedwagon.
Arios.
A fairly young-looking human lad, maybe in his mid to late 20s, dressed in what looks like sort of plate and actually. Okay. So you guys now have access to these.
Oh,
In
it's
you and
the
your
boys.
party.
Housework warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. That
is really cool.
Duty.
Oh, nice.
That is actually really cool, Janner.
Yeah. Ooh, they got special stuff. Oh Jesus, fuck that that archer's eye. I mean, I know it's a limited resource, but goddamn.
This is what I like to see.
Gargantuan swarm of medium humanoid warriors. Nice.
So, when it comes to mass combat, we'll say one round is a minute. That's why they have a speed of 300 feet.
I assume you've like taken time to plan a whole system out for mass combat.
Yes.
I do have a friend who's done it before. If you want me to poke them for some advice.
Yeah, it's alright.
Exactly.
I've done plenty of thinking of mass
Alright,
combat.
Sounds good. Alright.
You can
Get on the road.
you can control those however you wish. In fact, a young lad, probably in his mid-20s, looks like wearing some sort of a combination of like chain and plate mail, with a long red tabard, comes up to you, Arngrim, and says, "Right, where do you need us?"
Right. Well, for now, I need you, Marchin. I'll lead with a tank. That way, I highly doubt there'll be anything that would cause a kerfuffle, but if there is, it will see the tank first instead of you lads. Use it for cover.
Right,
But for
very
now,
well.
it's just pretty much a peaceful march. Try and stay in line, move quick, and don't let anyone split off. We don't want any lads getting lost out here.
Wait, can do. It's got a bit of a scruff, kind of a scraggly beard coming in. You get that not seen much combat beyond the presumably the goblin raid that happened some time ago.
Mm-hmm. I think she'd be okay. Yeah, no special orders at this point. We're just moving.
Hauling-ass.
All right. So 1 moment. Okay.
I think
so,
I think towards the when they first show up, Liska's going to kind of like have them. She's going to do like some quick snap orders to like get them in their regiments, form like that. Kind of look over them, be like, see how they are, like if they know how to wear armor correctly, the state of their weapons, stuff like that. And then I don't know how much I necessarily want to do this, but she's going to go through and number 1, 2, 3 all the way to 30 in one group, and 1, 2, 3 all the way to 30 in another. And it's like, the same number is your battle buddy. You are to spend the rest of the march doing all that you can with your battle buddy. And through that, you will learn the person who is going to be protecting you and the person that you are going to protect.
you hear some tuts and some in the crowd.
If she hears that, like, she immediately like turns around and snaps at whoever did it, like, drill sergeant style, like, what the fuck did you say?
Sorry.
Like, by the time you get to the battle, you will be hardened soldiers. You will be the best of the best. After we're done marching, we will do drills, and then you will sleep. We will wake up, do drills, and march again. Repeat and ad nauseum until we get there. Is that understood?
Understood.
I said, is that understood?
Understood! As they all say in unison.
That's great.
Good shit.
That's good.
And
He gives a nod and like, formation.
All of the Helmsworth warriors go in formation that you that you showed them. It's sort of a small V-like formation.
And yeah, she basically she forcibly intermingles the groups as best she can.
Yep.
Be like, this is your battle buddy. You stick with him. If at any point in time I say, like, she's gonna test him too, like later in the day, where she's just like, what's your number? And they'd be like, 5. It's like, okay, who's your battle buddy? And if they just randomly point, she's gonna ask that person, what's your number? And she's gonna basically call them the fuck out if they're wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Liska's gonna whip these guys into tip-top shape. It's like, they might be scraggly youngins, but she's gonna make sure that they're fit for the fight that's gonna be coming.
Yep.
This is why I felt confident with just having 50 total, because I knew Liska along the way would do Liska things, and I wanted the young ones that didn't have already set in fucking ways, because I know Liska would do Liska things. God, I appreciate her fucking competency.
Yeah.
She's the only like actual background soldier we have.
Incredibly
You're
reliable.
getting a taste of that torment, eh?
Oh yeah.
That's basically it. She's like, there's stuff in her backstory that makes her really hate incompetent soldiers, and so she makes sure that people under her care are not incompetent.
Yep.
I love the cheekiness of it. The world's best soldiers have been tormented by Liska.
Hey, I see what you did there. Nice.
Okay.
Like,
So
they will learn why they call me the Blue Dragon of the West.
yeah. So watches. We just following Vladmir's Vladimir and Webby's watch thing
I
here.
think with like fucking 50 people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liska's gonna have them to watch. It's like battle buddies.
they're
You'll
gonna
be on watch
watch.
with battle buddies.
We got
Didn't we
enough
have
people to
30
have
of
like
each?
10 per round per
Yeah.
what?
All right,
I think a really easy thing that we could do is we mentioned it earlier about slipping it up. Everybody's got a battle buddy, right? And then you just divide that into 2 groups of evens and odds. So now you have essentially 2 groups that are each half and half, right? And they take turns. They each have their own watch rotations.
Yep.
And each person sets out a pair of their battle buddies. So they have 5 swaps each through the night, constantly 4 people out. They'll be fine in Vladimir to overlook for anything that little peasants might miss. That is enough competency that even a group of goblins coming up would not be able to handle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
That's
even want to
assuming the
risk.
huge deterrent of a massive troop is
Yeah, they don't even want to mess. We're a small army of 35 people in a tank.
Yeah.
Are we taking the road or are we going overland? I forget.
I think we were going over land because it seems like it was just flat plains, and it would get us there a few days before.
Right.
Like taking the road.
And the great thing about going on a road is it's a smooth surface, and you don't have to worry about rough terrain. Plains is almost non-existent, and if they just walk in the tank treads, it's already flat and easy. And
Yeah.
that'll teach them walking in line and formations.
Like right in between the hills and the mountains.
I was just gonna ask about like because I remember Jenna, you mentioned about the smithing on the road rules about
Yeah.
if it's off-road it has certain inconveniences. Is it
Yeah.
still present with the flat terrain?
It is still
I
off-road,
would think
so
not.
yep. It's not as smooth as roads. Put it at that.
That's fair. Just wanted to be sure because I'm gonna try and get some work done. But was it disadvantage or is it not at all? I forget.
It would just be disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't have time. I'm gonna give it a go.
You're gonna have Stallion help you out. Start
Yeah, that
building
was what I was
teamwork.
gonna. Yeah, like the first night we're stopping or something. Velen will
Okay.
actually. 2 conversations Velen needs to have. First, he's gonna go see Liska, who I assume is
Grilling?
grilling some poor recruits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's out marching in front.
And then she's.
I mean that this is like end of the
Oh,
first
she's
day.
right,
she's
okay.
like standing slightly off to the side whilst they're marching in front of her. She's basically like she's doing drills, marching. She's like setting up mock formations like
This is
warriors,
at the,
archers, warrior archers, stuff like that.
This is at the
So
end.
she's off to the side barking out orders, so
Yeah.
he can walk up to her there.
She would be able to hound these guys since she's so much taller and she has her stride length is at least 2
Okay,
times
so
as
at,
long.
at the end of the day, then.
She would be able to be everywhere all over these guys.
Yeah. He's gonna wait for her to have a moment before approaching. Word, Liska.
Yes, have it.
I assume you've had a good think about how to deploy these lot and all that business. Have you thought much about communication? Because I've had some thoughts about that.
Communication in what way?
Well,
Between the actual militia themselves, or between us, or what?
I assume you'll be taking a frontline commanding position, yes?
Yes, I will probably be in the midst of battle. Though, again, we don't necessarily know what Luvenholm will be like when we get there.
Yeah.
If it
You don't
is
know what the
from a completely-
fortifications or terrain is like.
Exactly. We don't know if there's walls, if we'll be fighting in... I mean, it's a fucking dwarven city, so of course there'll be walls, but we don't know if we'll be fighting in front of fortifications, behind them, whatever, so... If we find ourselves in the field of battle, yes, I will be up front.
Suspect even if we are at fortifications, they're just gonna bombard us at range if they have the means to. I doubt that even that lot are gonna be stupid enough to physically storm a fortification like that. If it does come to
Well done.
us needing to be out in the field and all that, and you need to split your troops accordingly, I was thinking perhaps maybe sticking one of us lot, sort of referring to Hammerstrike, with each set you deploy, like maybe Sal with the ranged lot while Arngrim, myself and you are on the ground. That way we can keep in contact of enemy troop changes and where best to deploy ourselves, since we have the earrings to make it a bit easier.
It will definitely. Yes, there will definitely be. It depends on the size of the forces we will be facing. I don't know.
It was just a thought. I mean, I don't know.
No, I understand that it is a good thought. I would prefer. Again, I would prefer if we don't. What's the way to put this? I like the idea because it's instantaneous communication. Orders can be immediately given and react accordingly, which is very, very good in the field of battle. Normally, you have things like flags and horns, things like that.
I suspect with Sao up, I figure she'd probably be up on the battlements with a lot of the ranged folk. She can be the eyes of the place.
Yeah, I would like to have at least some of the. Well, I would like to have most of the archers at least at the walls. They'd obviously be behind the mercenaries, the fighters. But as soon as battle happens and people start mingling, the main thing is that we need to hold that line. Because as soon as it gets chaotic and you lose the line, that's when people start getting flanked and dying. So, as long as we can hold the front line with a good set of shields, we can be peppering them from the walls, we can shoot arrows over.
Make the most of the range while, if we do have to take the field ourselves, which I figure we will, because nothing ever goes smoothly, we can bolster whatever forces that are there.
And that is why we are drilling. And she motions to the people who are marching and doing different formations.
And he's going to sort of say this in a more lower tone. I'm not so naive as to think we're going to come out of this completely unscathed, but I guess some part of me hopes that we take as few casualties as possible. So, whatever preparation we can do ahead of time,
Well, and she's gonna meet the town, kind of talking about. It's like, well, if they remember, there's a reason I'm trying to beat all this into their heads. If they remember what I tell them, they're likely to survive. So, shield walls, attack, formations, pepper at range. If they do what they're supposed to, the vast majority of them will come back.
Out of character question, how many frontline boys do we have again?
30. It's 30 and 30.
30.
30 and 30.
Yeah, that's why they're equal battle buddies.
Well, like you say, with the battlefield, we don't know what it's going to be like or how to deploy the forces until we see it. But, if you figure out which of your boys are probably going to take the most beating, I might be able to work up some better equipment for them before we get them.
Well, it will be my front line. And she motions to she points to a specific guy in red. It's like, those are the ones that will be... Those are the ones that will be the, oh, fuck, what is the word that you goddamn use, January? It's hard to find. No, it's hard to find some stuff in... Is it that? Sorry. I'm trying to find what's the the Tetsudo.
Testudo.
Yeah, you had a specific name for it, and
right, yeah.
But it's fucking lost in all your shit.
It's in the Steel Legion article.
There you go. Okay. So yeah, she says that word.
I mean,
It's hard to fucking find shit.
Because I don't know how much time we're going to have to prepare when we get there, and I'll do what I can on the road, but it's sort of going to be a bit against the clock in terms of how much equipment I can make for them, and, well...
Leia.
Meanwhile, Sal.
Translates into turtle.
So, how many in your Leia? Yeah, Leia. I think that was it.
Well, there should be 30. They will all be within.
Oh, they're all, right. Sorry, I didn't know if you broke them up into smaller groups. And either way,
Well, they will each, again, and it depends on the battle. We have to be able to move and function compared, or in relation to what we see before us, but, and she turns, and she barks a word in, demon, in demonic, that basically translates to one, and the group, I imagine, a little rusty because, or not rusty, just a little unkept because this is the first night of drilling, like, kind of turtle up together into a big kind of front, like, double line, so it's 15 up front, 15 behind, and the archers behind those, and then she's just, like, she barks another one, it's like 3, and they, like, split up.
They all scuttle into their separate formations. They're bringing the shields they've been provided from Lakesvale.
oh, they have shields? Sorry, I was looking at the sheet and saw them with the great swords, and I was like, that's not going to be great for a shield wall. So they do have shields. Now, what is it like the state of their equipment? Because obviously they're
Well, it is two
proper
pieces.
folks. I imagine they've got
if they-
decent gear, but wanted to be sure of how they're equipped before I go making plans.
Let's see if they don't have. Oh, I just also did notice if they don't have shields, then it's still going to be a bit more uncouth. But
Yeah.
she does want them to be able to hold formation.
Yeah.
She's like, she'll say that. She'll offhandedly say, "It's like I wish they had shields, but
Yeah.
they have their great swords."
Yeah, I was thinking, and I don't know. Again, you know more about this than I do, but I figured shield wall was the usual go-to for siege defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they haven't got the like out of character, Janet, do they have shields or not? Because the handout says they don't. A lot of their defense comes from their parry feature.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's fair. Actually, that wouldn't have shields. No, that's all. I was just trying to roleplay that moment. That's all.
No, that's okay. Just wanted to be accurate with the information before I go planning.
They do have
work.
parry and plate armor though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I can. Chances are, if we're dealing with a lot of volleys and range shit, probably gonna want to give them some shields, even if they have to drop them later to use their great swords. At least I'll have them for the closing the gap, if that makes sense.
Because as soon as they meet, there's not going to be any arrows being shot into them. At least the front line.
Right. So I could, if I have enough time, I can probably get them all sorted shields-wise. Give them a bit more of a chance, and that way we're losing less people if there's a volley or a barrage or whatever.
Yeah, and hopefully there might be extra shields that could be available at Druvenholm, but we will see.
Well, we can't guarantee that. They probably will, but
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. If you wish to at least have temporary shields, just like, I don't know, something light, like a big wooden plank that will at least stop arrows from piercing through.
I think we can get some steel tower shields out, maybe, if we want to go full defense. I can get some smaller ones if that's what you're really thinking, but I'm thinking most coverage possibly can.
No, I understand that. It's just, that is a lot of weight to carry, and she, like, holds her shield out.
Oh, well,
and, like, sets it down.
On that
like,
size, yeah, I figure, but are they sort of, again, in the lower tone, are they sturdy enough boys to handle that kind of shield at their size?
well, that's what I'm saying. You should make something that's a lot lighter. They do not have my strength.
I'll see what I can work on. If you think of anything specific that you think they'd benefit from, let me know. I'm gonna do some work on the road. Well, I'm gonna try to. But yeah, I'll do what I can. I don't think the fighting's going to start the second we get there, but just in case, I'll do what I can on the road.
Who knows? We might come in the middle of combat. We'll know. We might be
Exactly.
a flanking force.
I'd rather make use of the time we have and get what I can out. Even if it's only a few shields, it'll mean life and death for some of them.
Alright.
Right, I'll leave you to that then. I'm gonna go find Sal.
Okay. And as soon as Vellum walks away, Liska turns around and she's just like, spotting time! And she pulls out her sword and starts walking towards.
Oh god!
All of the warriors also pull out their great swords and look to each other with dread, like, oh no.
Woe betide it, the person who goes first.
Yeah, and that's what Liska
Okay,
does
who
the
is
rest of the night. Yeah, she starts.
The quietest man goes.
Yeah, starts beating the crap out of.
You hiding at
you
the
know,
back.
flat the quote unquote non-lethal. She's using the flat of her blade and her shield. She's basically just like giving them some bruises.
Beating the
because-
shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's combat and then there's practicing and drills, but then there's combat. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting Mountain Blade flashbacks where you train them by beating the shit out of them with a stick.
Oh yeah,
Dodge!
Jeremy has fainted.
Good shit.
So,
So yeah,
what's everyone else
Liska
doing?
beats the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Sao is watching the surrounding hills. I kind of
Arngrim.
wanted to make a point of telling
Go ahead.
everybody, but every time I tried to speak up, I just sort of got
Things happen.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you visibly so? Or are you like up in a tree hiding somewhere? Like,
on top of the steam tank looking out.
okay. You can hear Arngrim clicking away at stone inside as he's scribbling something up. And he will approach you at some point during the night while the training and everything is going on to get your wisdom on something.
Go for it.
I'll be And there's a little tam-tam as he bangs on the side and leans out from the inside of the tank. Hey, so you got a moment?
I do have a moment. You can see she's looking towards the horizon, except she's also holding her notebook and pen. Seems like she was
Ready?
looking at something after, writing something down.
Ready?
What is-
Alright.
We've been watched, apparently.
We've been watched.
And she sort of points with the pen. About 300 feet that away, over the ridges.
Oh,
Looks
that
to be a
sounds so
lone
good.
figure, but I'm not really sure.
Did they get away?
Yep, they just sort of ducked down and disappeared. Haven't seen them again.
That's not so good. Well, we should definitely tell Liska. But
Plan
first,
to.
I wanted your opinion on something.
Do tell.
Well, I thought I'd get the old gears moving, no pun intended. And he slaps the steam tank. And start doing a little bit of practice crafting before we get to whatever you want your project to be. And I thought I would make this. It's still in a rough draft, mind you. But, I just like your opinion on it. And he shows you a complicated, in reality, too complicated, sketch up of what looks to be a very large chariot with fucking, looks like drill blades sticking out the sides of the wheels. Yeah, I
So-
was thinking up here could be Bastion, and then, you know, you could have Liska up here, and you swing in the huge sword, and... Why are you looking at me like that?
Arngrim,
What?
do you know the first tenet of making a design for a project?
Make sure it would make Cousin Okri proud?
I mean, yeah, that works too, but generally speaking, function first, form later.
Oh, and you love the functions. When you pull this lever, the blades shoot out and... You're making that look again.
It looks cool, I'll admit, but it is really, really complicated. It would take too long to make.
So... What if the blades don't shoot out and they just hit people as she rides by?
That would work as well, and
Okay.
then you would have more structural integrity without, you know, sacrificing that on a cool mechanism for a one-time use.
You see his mustache do that little side-to-side twitch when you say the word mechanism?
What?
Oh, nothing, I just had an idea. And I shouldn't say it, because then I'll want to do it. And you'll tell me I shouldn't. I know it's just very interesting. But I was thinking, yeah, maybe I could do this in a few different parts and get your help to set them all together.
You know my answer to that. I would love to help because you know me. If it is remotely interesting to build, I am all over it. I want to keep things realistic when it comes to building them.
Okay.
Remember how long it took you to build this thing? And she sort of taps the tank.
Several months.
With help. Now imagine you trying to
Yes.
build a chariot this complicated out here.
Alright, you might have a point.
Don't get me wrong. I actually want to see this happen. But we do need to we do need to find a good place to build it. And a proper workshop.
Well, I can build most of this on the road. I guess if I simplified it, I could build it on the way. You know, what with my hands go up as he pulls them down and wiggles his fingers. Smithing powers.
Yeah. You know, building a simplified version would really work as a proof of concept.
Maybe I can make it more complex later. And add extra things.
And you can check for instabilities or points of weakness.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Build, adapt, improve.
Would you be willing to help me put this together?
Sarah just tilts her head as she sort of turns her notebook around to show him she's been doing calculations for the mortar thing. Trust me. We got projects to do, and I'm more than happy to help.
Oh, great. I was hoping we could get a little bit of practice on the teamwork going. And this would work really well. So, yeah, let's have a little smithing time. I'll start making some of the weird and more difficult components, and maybe you can help make a bunch of bolts so they can all screw together so Assembly's easy peasy.
Alright. Let's see who can keep up with who.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. So he's going to share the design with Saoyun and simplify it a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of smoothing gets done and then new things designed over it. When it's done, he'll say, oh, should we show Liska and see what she thinks? So.
Yeah, we probably should. And Sao just sort of points to the middle of the chariot and then just taps the drawing a little. We might need to get her input on this because, frankly, I don't know how much she weighs, but this needs to carry that.
She's a big bitch.
Okay.
She's thick like 7.
You make your way over to Liska, who's currently shoves aside another one of the Helmsworth warriors.
And just beating the fuck out of the rest.
Yeah.
Just like... She's like, protect your head! Bang! Just like,
That was my leg!
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to him! Bam! Yeah,
Now
she's
that's
just-
your head.
Yeah, she just beating the crap out of him. Just like, but it's all like flat blade hits where
Yeah.
it's not cutting, but that shit still hurts even through
Oh
armor.
yeah.
I mean, it's still getting hit with like a spade type object, just wham!
Yep. Because that sword is chonky, and plus she's also passion with shields. So, yeah. Widen your stance. Ting. Yeah. And then if the archers are all on the side, like laughing, she's gonna be like, "You're next."
At which immediately just silences them, and they all go into a stance as they draw their small short swords.
Yeah, Liska's going to, basically, she's going to teach them that at a certain distance, she's going to be like, okay, get your bows out. And she's basically going to be like, show them the distance of like, now you should draw your sword.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be like, from this close, and she like rushes up and bashes a dude with her shield and knocks him the fuck down.
Crack.
It's like, and then she turns to look to to address the rest of the archers while he's on the ground. It's like, you cannot get your sword out to defend yourself. And it's like, at some point in time, and so she's basically going to start.
You winded me.
It's fine, you can get up. So, at this point, what I want you to do is I want you to be able to figure out the general sense of someone's speed, the distance, and at what point in time it no longer is a ranged combat. Hopefully, your battle buddies, and she points to all the guys laying on the ground at a distance, will be there to protect and prevent anybody from actually getting to you. But, just in case, I want you to be sure and prepared for any eventuality.
All right.
And
Go ahead, make a survival check with advantage. This is you doing what you do best. This is you using your military experience to perhaps we'll say if this is pulled off, we'll give them the point of inspiration.
how about a 27?
27, yeah. So note that down. You have control over the archers and warriors. They both have a point of inspiration.
Cool. And I think, yeah, she's gonna go to the warriors like, you'll take water speedings. Get up, and she's going to pair them off, battle buddies. Like, find your battle buddy, and then she's gonna have the warriors basically do what she did and charge up. Be like, give them a love tap if you get to them before they can do anything.
And with a 27, they pull it off flawlessly.
Cool. And then she sees Argrim and Sao kind of standing off to the side, and she leaves them to do their thing and walks over. Like, hello.
Hello.
I see you've been whipping them into good shape.
Yeah, they're a little bit green, but it is only the first night. They'll get it even better.
I was thinking at the end of it, I could use one of my larger curative spells. To be honest, I could use a practice. I'm not too familiar with that one. And basically fix up any injuries and expedite the healing and recovery, so you don't have to worry about overworking them.
Maybe not tonight. They need to
No,
wake
not
up slower
tonight.
tomorrow.
Yes. That way they'll be grateful when you do it tomorrow night. How about that?
Exactly.
The ones who do their best get the healing. There you go. Okay, so, I had an idea, and it was stupid because it was a bit too much. That's why I talked to Sao Yun, and she made it more functional. So I have this, and he's going to hold up a somewhat thin, stone tablet that he's just been drawing on.
The tablet was
And
like,
you
just an
might like
iPad? Like he
Yeah,
holds
pretty
up his iPad. It's like,
Yes.
The eye grudge.
Grudge pad. Liska's,
It's
Liska
Tyrion.
sees it, and her kind of
Precise.
spike brows go up. It's like, huh. Interesting. Who's that for?
I was thinking you. We have the big guy Dapolia, and trying to make it your size. I know chariots are super valuable as an alternative to cavalry, and a lot of the nations that didn't have the big old Carthan war horses, which I don't
Still,
think
we
would
don't
still
have-
even fit you.
Yeah, we don't have any mammoths.
Maybe this could be something. That way, good old Bastion there could pull you along, and you could be up there and do what you do.
One of the main things we do need to know is, and Sao just sort of eyes Liska up and down. We kind of need to know how much you weigh, so we can, reinforce it properly, so it doesn't, break if you step on it.
Oh no, yeah, no problem. I weigh. She just kind of does a quick bit of mental math. It's like, what was it? Let me convert it because
Gotta convert it from the
you use
Ragnarokian
weird
metrics to the
Yeah,
Imperial
you use
standard.
weird stuff in Malin. About. Let's see. About, let's see, 376 Ragnarok. About 830 pounds.
Sao just
And yes, I
thinks a bit.
did just canonically make Ragnarok use metric.
Sao just blinks a bit and then looks to Arngrim. I think we may need to redesign it a little.
I can reinforce that. That's what? 3 good dwarfs?
Yeah, just about.
the good old
but
cube roll.
remember, we're talking about a footprint that is about the size of a dwarf, carrying all of it.
It'll be a metal bottom. I can make it work. But the thing is, do you like design blades coming out the side of the wheels? Do you even want one?
I mean, I don't mind running around. It'd be good to be moving about the battlefield on something like that again, but the blades on the side. The only issue with that is that it is very not friendly. You know what I'm saying? It is very easy to accidentally get too close to one of my men, and suddenly there's one less of our men.
Or at least 2 halves.
Yes.
And if they were at the bottom with a lever that you could shoot out and pull back in, so you can have the blades when you want. As he just kind of looks to you and then looks to Sal.
Sure. I mean, yeah, okay, I guess that works.
I knew it!
Alright.
Immediately the chalk starts fucking going on it again. I'll make this work. You'll see. You'll see. Don't worry. You'll see. And he's going back to tank.
You'll
A
see.
moment passes. Another moment. And immediately, ting ting. As he starts anviling something.
I was just looking back to Liska, lightly sighing.
Yeah, give him his moment.
I planned to, but I mean, isn't it always best to do a prototype of something first and then do all the cool stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. You want to at least make sure that it's functional, just at its base, and then you start seeing what you can add on without making it fall apart.
Yep. I tried to tell him that, but you know. But honestly, I'm pretty sure he can do it anyway.
Well, I think it will be interesting to see what he comes up with regardless. It looked interesting.
That actually reminds me,
Wait,
We
hold on
may-
a moment. Hold on a moment. Fisher! No, hold it! There's your shield, like... God. Swing forward... okay, sorry, continue.
we may need to set up a watch routine.
For what? I mean, we already have them...
I mean, in
looking up
general,
at patrols.
for both marching and nightly stays.
Okay, is there something wrong?
I spotted someone watching over us over a few of the hills away, about 300 feet. I caught a glimpse of them and then they ducked down. Haven't seen them since.
Do you get a sense of who or what they might be?
No, mostly just a silhouette.
I forget, does Sal have those eyes of the eagle that'll let her see like a mile away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eyes of the Eagle. I can make out details, extremely distant creatures, and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Oh, you can.
I mean, I'm wearing them for a reason. I'm a sharpshooter.
Right. So that changes a few things. 1 second.
Hey.
Alright, slight rewind to what Sal last said.
So, why do you think that we need to watch?
Now I just need to wait on Janner to send me whatever it was.
Yeah.
Might have been a rider on some kind of quadrupedal.
Riders on the storm.
And some kind of what?
A rider on some kind of quadrupedal mount. Horse, maybe.
Oh, quadrupedal, sorry, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying quarter beetle. I
heard-
was like, what?
Yeah,
I
I
thought
heard
they were
quarter
riding
beetle.
beetles as well, which is amazing. I'm
Yeah,
sad they're not
would've
riding
been
beetles.
giant beetles out of the fucking rainforest with little deep goblins on them.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
amazing.
Suddenly,
Jenner
ideas
fiercely
start-
writing notes. It's like, okay. How would you feel potentially scouting? Because
I mean-
I'm good at making, and she kind of nods back over, aside from maybe Fisher there. Making people into soldiers. Scouting was not my forte. Do you think that
I
maybe
might
you
be
or-
able to.
Mhm.
We have the earrings, so communications should be a good. My only concern is, surprisingly enough, what it might be. Could be friendly, could be a bypassing rider, could be a hunter, or it
Have you
could
only
be a
seen them
forward
once?
scout.
Have you only seen them once?
Only once.
Well, I guess that we will keep that in mind. Keep an eye out on the horizon, you know, in case anybody's head pops up on. This is pretty flat land, save for a couple of hills here and there. So
Yeah, yeah. The plains here are very much long, golden coloured grass, rolling hills, lots and lots of kind of spare rock, lots and lots of large boulders jutting up at odd angles here and there. Lots of ledges as well.
So it's like, what is it? In the Two Towers, it's like, Legolas, what do your elven eyes see? That kind of...
Sort of, yeah.
Shame we don't have elves in this world.
Yeah, New Zealand. That's what it was, yeah, the way New Zealand is, kind of.
Yeah. Very similar.
Okay. So yeah, just keep an eye out. If you happen to see them again, because you do have the sharpest vision among us, perhaps we can have you go out with Grunka at night to see if perhaps you can find them. That sound good? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Asar just looks to the group of people training. I know I shouldn't say this, but one of these days you and I need to talk about tactics, because I'm very, very curious now, looking at how you can whip these guys into shape.
Well, I mean, it is what I did in Torment.
I know. I just
yeah.
want a proper tactic-to-tactic talk.
Sure. Whenever you want, whenever you have some free time.
Whenever we're not about to march into war.
Mm-hmm. You know. Those odd days off.
It do be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It's what is... I guess we're heroes now. I guess this is the life of a hero that we have chosen.
Yeah. Now, I better get back to Arngrim before he decides to just make everything into spikes.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Rein them in if you can.
I'll try to, but Sar just looks back to where Arngrim went. Yeah.
Alright.
And what if I made the wheels have spikes as well?
Yeah, Bliska's gonna like pat Sal on the shoulder and then turn around. Fisher! And then like start just go back to being a drill sergeant.
Yep.
Bellum is going to approach Stow now. If that's alright, because I know
Yeah,
it's
okay.
like...
Except, time.
Oh yeah, this will be quick.
Alright.
Now that you're done talking to Liska, wondered if I could get your help while we're on the road. See, I could work on the move, and I'm working on outfitting them lot with a bit better equipment. But it's going to be tricky. I wondered if I could, I know we haven't really done it before, but if I could get your help on the forge, it'd be good. And for sake of context, Vellum has not asked this before, and it's a big deal.
Thou just looks at him up and down for a moment. Who are you and what have you done with Vellum?
Look, I know I'm stingy about my forge, but figure if there's anyone I can trust with it, it'd be you. And I could really use the help, if you're willing.
Alright. I'll try to help you. However, you'd need to help me too.
Sure, what do you need help with?
Andrim have come up with an interesting idea, but parts are needed and some of them are very intricate. So, I might need help forging a few things.
That's fine. There a huge time pressure on it. I'm gonna be knocking out shields like crazy if I can help it.
Shields should be relatively easy to do. With
If,
what I need mostly bolts.
Oh, right, the fiddly shit. Could probably get that going. We'll figure it out. But, I'll be up bright and early and I can run you through, my equipment. Get you better acquainted with it. Not your conventional forge after all, and,
Just tell me one thing. The whole sun lens thing and everything. What happens if it's cloudy?
If it's thick cloud layer, then it's blocking the sun, and I'm not going to be able to forge. But weather's been good so far, so I'm hoping, Welsh and Grace it and all that business, that we'll get some good weather.
Alright.
And if not, well, we'll cross that bridge when we go. Got a few ideas. You should probably go deal with Angrim. I see him messing with Summit over there, and I don't know if I like it with that look on his face.
Right. I may have to rein him in a little. Zara just rolls her eyes a little.
Excited.
He had the great idea of trying to make a chariot for Lishka.
And that's why you need the bits.
Yes, and why I need to rein him in a little, because he has the absolute fantastic idea of having spiked bladed things come out the wheels.
That sounds tricky. Right, one last thing. I figure you're going to be putting a lot of your metal towards that project. Don't know how mine's going to look. I'll have to do some inventory. But if I need excess, I might poke you for spares. We'll see how it goes.
That might be a little tough. But we'll see.
Yeah, I should be alright. I think I've got enough metal. Anyway, one day at a time.
Alright.
I'm not going through everything at once.
And Velen will leave Sao to her business and go off to make plans.
And Sao will try and return to Arngrim to see if he's decided to just go mad lad on it already.
Okay, I've added 3 more wheels and 50 spikes.
Per wheel.
Why is there a wheel on the top? Oh, that's for if it falls over.
It's unflippable. I don't know what you'll do about
I
Bastion.
call
but-
it a self-righting mechanism because it goes right in their face.
Yeah.
We need like a fucking shit post.
Robot Wars up in this shit. I hope you really.
Oh yeah.
We need like an image of
Got a
just
scoop in the
manic
front.
Arngrim.
Flipper. It needs a
just,
big tip with diamonds.
it's just got like a fucking spinning disc at the front.
It's just Hypno. Just made.
Put a gun on the
people
front.
feel old.
I don't know if you can use it, but you know, here's the crank gun. For when they're outside the range of your sword and you don't want to go up to it, just. Oh, it's good fun.
So, as Saiyan...
No!
Oh,
I know what I'm gonna do!
what?
I know what I'm gonna fucking do!
What? We'll come to that,
Listen to DMs.
we'll come to that next session, shall we?
Oh no.
So, as you, Saiyan, and you, Angrim, spend most of the night coming up with harebrained designs for this chariot, and you, Saiyan, constantly attempting to rein him in from his the wacky over designs that he's making this cart. As Liska finishes the evening training the soldiers, and Vellum beginning his process of forging, you will come to the next morning and make your way back onto the march.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
And we'll leave it there.
I swear to fucking God.
Angrim, Atlas, I want you to know that I'm getting some heavy, like, you know, Oglaf, the one that makes all the weird fucking comics. You're giving me a really big, yeah, you give me a really big, like, the little dwarf vibes. He just makes weird shit.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
weird
why have you
sex
done
toy making dwarfs.
Yeah,
Oh God!
yeah.
Fire breathing urethra, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Arngrim is becoming more and more lost. Yeah. The fire breathing giant bad dragon.
I see. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, it's.
We don't know what you shove up your scaly cloaca, but we got something for it.
Oh God! This is so.
Have we started recording?
No, we have not stopped recording.
Let's please stop recording
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you
yeah.
get too crazy.
Right, I'm gonna stop streaming. 1, 2, 3.
The deed is done.